All right, it looks like we are indeed live. Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the TOPT DDT. My name is Seb. It looks like we are indeed live. Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the TOPT DDT.
Where is that?
My name is Seb. It looks like we are indeed live. Hello and welcome.
Do one of y'all have the
everyone
stream open
to
somewhere?
another episode of the TOPT DDT.
Where is that?
Oh, it's me. Oh, I'm trash. There we go. My bad. All right, we'll start that over. Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of the DDT stream. My name is Seb. I am joined by Larry and Twilight Straw Hat. And today we have something new for y'all, man. We got a gauntlet, man. We got gauntlets. We're bringing gauntlets to the DDT. We're going to have y'all come in here as groups and debate hypothetical matchups in the One Piece verse. You know the vibes, who you got, what diff and why, but with a little twist. We're going to see how far Blackbeard, the Yonko, can get in this Yonko tiered gauntlet. So he'll be facing Big Mom round 1, Luffy round 2, Kaido round 3, Shanks round 4, and Prime Whitebeard round 5. Okay, so I hope people think Whitebeard is the strongest out of all these people, because I do. But we're going to be voting. We're going to have you guys come in as a group and each get 1 minute to let us know where you think that Blackbeard lands on this gauntlet, lands and what round, where he'll stop at. Blackbeard will be given 100% recovery for each of these matchups, so he'll be completely fresh, ready to go. I thought about having an interesting twist here, Larry, but I didn't run it by you, so it's too late to run it by you. But I did think about having Blackbeard pick up the devil fruit of every person he defeats. But I decided against it. I thought it would be interesting. I decided against it.
Hello?
I decided against it.
I would say that'd be way too busted.
I did. Listen. I decided against it. I thought about it though. I'm not gonna act like I didn't think about it. Okay, I did. But yeah, this should be a lot of fun. Larry, say what's up to the people, bro. They heard you react just now to my nonsense. Talk to me.
I'm glad you knew it was nonsense. We're growing.
It wasn't nonsense for real. It would have been interesting. No, you don't think so?
See, I would have never said that about rocks in any situation. This is how I know our glaze is different.
What do you mean? What do you
This
mean?
is how I know, bro.
What do you mean?
Anyway,
Rock need the power up.
Listen, this is probably one of the best ideas that has come to the DDT in quite a while. I think the last one that Sebastian had made was we were doing teams, so 2v2. And that was pretty fun too. I remember that in our DDT. And also the mid tier was really nice as well, because hockey wasn't part of the aspect of fighting, so it made it interesting. I think the Gauntlet series is going to be great, Seb. I think the way we set it up for, obviously you haven't set the rules and how things are going to work this time around, but it is probably going to be such controlled chaos that this is going to be our most interesting DDT yet. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see if we can work out the kinks and crooks of this moving forward. And then after that, we're just going to have a lot of fun. So I think more people are going to be interested in this DDT than the previous ones.
Yeah, it should be a lot of fun, y'all. Like the stream if you haven't already. It does help with the YouTube algorithm. Again, we're going to have you guys coming in groups of 5. How this will work also. Guys, you will have to be a tiered member in the Discord in order to see the DDT call voice channel entrance. So again, guys, you'll have to be a tiered member. How that works is you join the link that's in the description of this video. If you need help with that, becoming a tiered member of Nakama or higher status on Discord, ping one of the mods. They should be able to help you out. Shouldn't be too difficult to do so. But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to get in here and start talking. Me and Larry will wait to give our take on where we think Blackbeard will land on this matchup. But by all means, guys, hit that like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm. And
Hey, Seb, you want to make an announcement in the announcements that we're live?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. I'll bring in the first group of 5 and then do that. But
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4. Is this 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it looks like we got 5. So let's get the first group in here, Larry, and then start cooking, all right?
Oh, what the heck? Oh, okay. I understand.
All right. Is that 5? Might be more than 5. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, that's 6. All right, somebody gotta go. Dozer, you gotta go.
Oh,
Dozer be all right. Dozer been in the game a long time, man. He'll be all right. Hello and welcome, gentlemen. Or ladies, I don't know. But
hello.
welcome. So, as you guys know, we'll be having a Gauntlet DDT today where Blackbeard is running the Yonko Gauntlet. He will have full recovery for every single one of these rounds. So fully healthy for everybody who's fighting. And it's up to y'all to determine where Blackbeard lands on this gauntlet. Can he clear it? He will be facing Big Mom, Luffy. Well, Big Mom in round 1, Luffy in round 2, Kaido in round 3, Shanks in round 4, and Prime Whitebeard in round 5. Each of you gentlemen will have 1 minute to let us know where you think Blackbeard ends up and why. And then we'll have a 5-minute deliberation session for you guys to debate amongst yourselves as to what you might have heard from one another. And then we'll have a group vote for each of y'all. All right? So, mute up, please, and thank you. And I'll pick on each of you to give your 1 minute take. All right? Starting with 3D. 3D, talk to me, man.
Yeah, hey, how's it going, Seb?
I'm good, man. I'm chilling. What's going on?
Yeah, so I personally think that he is not making it past Big Mom
Okay.
in this gauntlet. And because of that, I think it's because of, Big Mom's hockey is way too strong for Blackbeard and his Devil Fruits. If Law couldn't move her with his ability, I don't think the Darkness Fruit is going to do too much to Big Mom. And the Gura, she's got too much defense. I mean, the Gura could probably do something. I just don't think it's going to hit hard enough to put down Big Mom. And yeah, that's my take.
Okay. Doesn't even make it past round 1 and under a minute. So thank you, 3D. Next, we'll go to Tommy. Tommy Guns, hit me, man. How far does Blackbeard make it in the gauntlet, bro?
Word, Sip?
Chilling, man. Chilling.
I think round 1 could go either way for real, but he ain't making it past Luffy. Y'all done this man dirty with his gauntlet.
He a Yonko, man.
Luffy.
He's supposed to be able to handle this,
Yeah, he getting took down by Luffy.
Okay. So 1 vote for not getting to Big Mom, past Big Mom. 1 vote for getting to Luffy. All right. So I'll put 1 here and 1 here. All right. Next.
Appreciate it.
Fallen Shinobi. Where do you think Blackbeard makes it in the Yonko gauntlet?
Hey man, I'm agreeing with 3D.
Okay.
He is not getting back past Big Mom. I don't even know why you put Blackbeard up here.
Okay.
With what feats are we supposed to judge this dude on hockey wise? Okay, Devil Fruit is whatever. If he might be able to negate her Devil Fruit. But wanted Koku sovereignty, even though she doesn't have Kaido. She did it on God Valley, and now without Conqueror's hockey. Now she has Conqueror's hockey, and we know Blackbeard's getting hit. So he doesn't even make it past him. Well, her.
Okay. Another vote for Blackbeard not making it past round 1. All right. Next, Zesty. Talk to me, man.
I think Blackbeard does not make it past Luffy. I think Luffy has all 3 types of advanced hockey. Blackbeard is the jump merchant and has 0 forms of advanced hockey that we've seen on panel. So I think that he gets Bajron gun to the forehead. And I think it's done like the Davy clan did.
Okay. So another vote for Luffy. I think we're in between round 1 and 2 right now. Griff, it's on you, man.
All right.
Where does Blackbeard
I'm gonna be
land?
a Blackbeard defender somewhat here,
Okay.
even though these may or may not reflect my actual takes. I think Blackbeard can get past Big Mom, and I think he can actually do some stuff to damage Kaido. Like we saw Law with Gamma Knife and Kid with his Sonic blades damage Kaido. I think Blackbeard can use the Gura to do some internal damage. So I think if he runs up against Kaido that's maybe drunk or not taking the battle seriously like he always does, I think Blackbeard could get some decent damage off. And if Kaido doesn't lock in, then he might just wind up getting himself taken out. But the fact that Luffy is basically has a complete counter to the Quake, which is he's made of rubber, kind of aids him in that. And Luffy's like very mobile, so he's not going to get hit with a lot of stuff. So I think the fact that Luffy is before Kaido, he probably stops at Luffy, but he could probably do some stuff against Kaido.
Okay. So you're saying stops at Luffy?
Yes.
Okay. So we got 3 votes for stops at round 2 and 2 votes for stops at round 1. Now I will open deliberation for y'all to debate amongst yourselves as for how far he gets. So y'all got basically till 5:35 to let me know and make a conscious decision, a group decision. So talk amongst yourselves. I have to make an announcement.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second before you guys start going off.
Okay.
I just want to say there's 3 people that think Luffy and 2 people that think Big Mom is where he stops. So I would suggest if you guys are gonna talk amongst yourselves, why do you think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be like, yo, there can't be why you think Luffy would get it. Meanwhile, Big Mom is stopping here. Like, here's evidence why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 I just got a question. I just got the question for the people that think that he can get past Big Mom. What can he do that can put her down? Because I saw what he did against Law.
Shoot,
And
I'm not able to hear everybody. I don't know how to.
He has the Gora.
Can y'all hear me? Yeah, but bro, what did he do against Law with the Gora? Really nothing. He had to have somebody come and save him against Law. And Big
I
Mom
100% agree.
had Law and Kid. And they did exactly what Seb complains to Larry about all the time with Sam Soul Calibur. Just ring out. As she's going down, she said, "This will not take me out." And I can't see anything that the Gora can do. I know Seb loves it, but not enough to take out Big Mom.
My only pushback is that we know the Gora's destructive capabilities, and I mean, we saw Big Mom get wrung out by Kid and Law. I think Blackbeard with both of his devil fruits can ring her out.
But this isn't a ring out, though. This isn't a ring out. This is a knockout.
Either way,
this isn't a ring. You're not in a ring. You got to take this person out, knock them out, and we're not taking in account to Big Mom's durability. She's been a beast since she was a kid.
A lot of her durability comes from her devil fruit, though. She's able to heal herself, and she's not mobile like a Kaido or a Luffy, so she can get hit with the Yami, which takes away her main power source. So then she's forced to rely on Haki, which we've seen is kind of wishy-washy with her because she really didn't use it against Kid and Law. So
that
maybe
was
she doesn't. Okay,
you can't argue plot, though. It's what we know.
Yeah, it's only what we've seen.
Okay, you know what? You're right. But what have we seen from Blackbeard? We've seen Blackbeard take double the pain. He always gets hit. And I don't think he has the durability to, like I said, take a single Big Mom Okoku sovereignty. Because her devil fruit, all her powers from her devil fruit, we can't rely on because he has his abyss.
But we've never seen Blackbeard get knocked out, so we don't know the upper limits of his durability. We've seen him get hit and complain about it, but
if he didn't have what was his swordsman on his crew, he would have got taken out by Magellan, and that was a strictly devil fruit. If he had the Yami, I don't know why he couldn't have negated it then. So obviously, some devil fruit likeness will be able to get through to him and affect him. And even if Big Mom just uses Conqueror's Haki with on her fist and hits Blackbeard once with the double the pain, he's not gonna get out. And if she goes, and if she gets
that at this point,
okay. But if it's a fight, say it's a fight of attrition, it's going. See who weakens first. If she gets hungry and goes into her hunger pains, then what is Blackbeard gonna do?
I mean, he could use even more so. He could use the Yami at that point because she's lost control of herself.
But the Yami wouldn't be in. It wouldn't really do anything. Do you really think that he can grab Big Mom? Pull her to him?
And also considering the durability thing, we can assume that the Quake Fruit works similarly to the Sonic attack that Kid did, where you can technically do internal damage with the Quake Fruit. I mean, it would make sense for that to work. So the Quake Fruit may even be able to bypass the durability of Big Mom.
But do you think the Gamma Knife? Okay, do you think a Gamma Knife from Law can do more internal damage than the Awakened Law's? I forgot what the thing was afterwards. Can do better than a Blackbeard Gura on Big Mom that knows it, because that with Law it skipped literally everything, and I don't know how. I mean, we only know how Whitebeard used the Gura. I don't know if maybe Whitebeard used the Gura. I don't know if maybe Blackbeard uses it any differently, but he's still got to get in close to use the Gura. He can't Quake from however mile away and still think it's going to be effective.
Yeah, but
I think there's no
Big Mom
range.
isn't noble.
Yeah, Big Mom cannot just dodge attacks like that. Like, we see her, she's so immobile, she just rides around on her I forgot what they're called. I'm blanking.
Her big cloud thingy. Yeah,
she just rides around on her buddies.
But
we
Blackbeard's
haven't
not
seen a Big Mom speed feat.
But Blackbeard's not mobile either. That's what I'm saying. If it comes out to a battle of attrition to where I have seen Big Mom fighting Kaido for 5 days. And that's Kaido. Big Kaido.
But is Kaido going full out in that? Is he fighting full tilt?
But did we see it? We don't really know. I mean, it's an emperor.
They were on the same crew. It's like saying Luffy and Zoro fought.
You ever boxed your best friend? Are you trying to kill the guy? No, you're just trying to.
No, but you're trying to push them. You're a conqueror, though. They're conquerors. Every conqueror we see another, they always got to clash. Somebody they always got to show their ish, you know. And the way Kaido and Big Mom, the way that relationship is, Big Mom sees Kaido as just a little kid and mad at him because he stole that fruit. And then Kaido's like, I'm tired of you ordering me around.
I just don't see how Big Mom can handle the Gora.
But
when when it's a stand and bang and you're fighting against the Gora, at the end of the day, if you're not fast we know Big Mom struggles for some reason, because I don't know if we're talking about Prime Big Mom, but Onigashima Big Mom rarely used her Conqueror's Haki.
Okay, well, I'm going to concede at this point because we went past our little time. I'll know now. I'll be the last to vote. And if y'all say that he gets back Big Mom, I'll concede.
All right. 3D. Did you change your vote?
Well, unfortunately, I had these guys muted on my phone, and I don't know how to unmute them.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm on my computer now, so I can.
Well, darn.
Oh man, they was debating heavy too, man. Okay, but have you changed? I mean, I guess you didn't hear anything to change your vote. So I'll skip you, Tommy.
Nah, I still think Blackbeard just gets past her with some kind of trick or something, but he don't do that against Luffy. He ends at Luffy.
Okay. All right, Zesty.
He ends at Luffy.
All right. Griff.
He still ends at Luffy.
And Fallen.
Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter now, does it? It doesn't really matter now, does it? So, I mean, yeah, it gets back Big Mom, but definitely not Luffy. Okay, definitely not Luffy.
Okay,
I concede.
All right, appreciate y'all, man. I really do. Larry, should I have them stick around for the The super chats, or just drop them and go to another group? You're muted for me, bro.
Drop them and go to another group.
Okay. All right, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Seriously.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Be good.
So Seb, you know
Yeah,
what you
man,
should
go
do?
next, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that one.
Seb.
Mhm.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right, you should make another row for your notes. That way you could keep like round 1, round 2,
I don't know what you mean.
and then we
For who
Huh?
went? Because I've been doing that. For who went for each round.
You heard me, Seb, or no?
I didn't get what you meant by it.
So you know how you have round 1 Big Mom, round 2 Luffy, all that
Mhm.
stuff? All right, on your columns, you need to make another row under it. Like under the first row that you have for voting.
Okay. And then what?
That way you could separate which groups are in. Because if Straw Hat can't be here one day, you know, at least you can keep track of it.
The thing is, I thought about it, and this is live brainstorming, everybody. When I was thinking about it, right? Or you mean like for each, like to list each person that went?
No.
Or you talking about
no,
just to
for who
calculate the
won.
voting?
For who won.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
Calculate
was
the voting.
thinking about it. If I keep going, eventually I'll just run out of space here. Like if we have
That's
10
okay.
groups or whatever, I'll run out of the space and we can't see it. But the number will always be here if I just don't change it beyond anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fine.
But
We'll figure it out later how to do that better. But
okay.
I think this is a great way to like know what the majority of the community thinks at the end of it when it's all allocated.
That's fair. All right. I'll do that. All right. We did have a couple super chats that came in. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate
Yeah,
y'all
thank you so
being
much.
here. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And if you guys want to join and give your take on how far you think Blackbeard makes it on the Yonko Gauntlet, become a tiered member, join the Discord. The link is in the description of this video. But we got 5 gifted memberships from Davy D. Oak. So thank you so much, Davy. We got $5
Thank you, baby.
from Roberto Figueredo. It says, since today is my birthday, my wish is for one day Luffy beats Blackbeard. No diff. No diff would be crazy, bro. That would be such a
Happy birthday, Roberto.
happy birthday one. Note, I feel like I know I'm the Blackbeard glazer on the channel or whatever. I feel like if Luffy no diffed Blackbeard, I feel like most people would be disappointed, right? No? That's a lot of buildup for a no diff, man.
It wouldn't matter to me, bro.
Wouldn't even matter? Okay. Mhm.
Next one.
Yeah, we got 20 gifted memberships from CD, the Celestial Donkey, the GOAT,
Yeah,
man.
boy.
Thank you so much. Throw the knock 'em in fist
Thank
at.
you. Yeah, we said thank you in chat when he did it.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro. I'm putting a poll up to see where people think he stops in the YouTube chat. But hit that like button, y'all. And throw the knock 'em fist up. Another
I'll read the
5.
super chats while you do that then.
Oh, the poll's up now. I mean, you want to read it?
No, I was gonna say I'll read it while you did it, but if you did it already, then never mind.
Multitasking, man. I'm on one, bro. My Knicks is playing tonight, man. Knicks is
Yeah.
playing. Anyway, another 5 from Brian Realshi. It says, why is this fight a thing? Law almost beat him and half his crew. Larry, get on Seb. I stand with you. Larry rocks over Roger. Because you're stupid. No, I'm kidding.
Yo, what's wrong with you, bro? You see what Blackbeard does to you?
Listen, rocks over Roger is terrible, bro. I'm sorry. It just is.
In
I couldn't hear you.
I said, in your opinion, did I go silent?
Yeah, you did for a second.
Yeah, you had it for a second.
You're
Yeah,
right.
I
It
mean,
it is my
listen,
opinion.
Seb, when you can name another person in the show who has killed an admiral, then we can talk, bro. As long as we know that Roger didn't, then that's something Roger couldn't do.
Do you think he could?
Of course, but did he do it?
Okay.
Did he do it?
Okay.
Did he do it?
No.
Oh, okay. So, all right.
Rocks fought Prime Whitebeard? Prime Big Mom? Prime Kaido?
He fought Emu.
Prime Garp?
Did Roger
And he
fight
got,
Emu?
and he got low diff.
Did Roger fight Emu?
No.
Oh, okay.
Getting low diff by somebody isn't a feat. Oh, I lost Larry.
I mean, I don't know what Roger would have got if he fought.
I don't know either. I don't know either. I just know he ain't get low diff.
Yeah.
I mean, would Roger have gotten no diff by Emu too
I don't know.
during his prime?
I don't know. I ain't see it.
Mm,
I ain't see it.
Okay.
They ain't fight him.
okay. We can keep going. We got things to do.
We got another
We're not
two.
here to
From
talk about your disrespect.
Creator Keon. It says, Blackbeard doesn't have Conqueror's hockey. # lacking. Yeah, unconfirmed at this point. But yeah, so far doesn't have it. It's not going to help him here. Can't lean on that. I mean, I guess I do allow for fair and reasonable speculation. I don't know how fair and reasonable it is to say that Blackbeard's a conqueror. I'll say that. Another 5 from Coop Grabs. It says, to be honest, narratively, he should be able to almost clear, but he's always a bum when he's on screen, to be honest. Yeah.
Thanks.
Listen, if y'all want to make narrative arguments, I'll allow it. But for the most part, DDTs are supposed to be feats-driven discussions. Okay. Another 2 from Jay Darude. Are we sure Luffy can straight up beat Big Mom? I am sure of that, personally. I wasn't sure of it for Kaido, so I put him below Kaido. But I am sure of it for Big Mom. And then another 10 from Brian. It says, I've been arguing with my friend, Cat versus King. I got King because I don't think Cat can hurt him without his flames. He took 3 Conqueror's coatings attacks in. Sorry. But I think Cat might die if he gets hit by that. I mean, people dying in One Piece just doesn't happen. We've talked about Cat versus King before. I think I've let it be known that I personally feel all of the YC1s are relative to one another. They all have slight advantages over the others. Cat's the only one that's a conqueror to our knowledge, so I'll give him the edge there. He's also awakened. I don't know that King is awakened. King is more durable when his flames are on, but will he be able to land consistently on Cat with the flames on, considering Cat has future sight? And then can Cat take advantage of flame off King using his future sight to do real damage to him? I think those are the questions you got to ask yourself when you're having that matchup conversation. But in general, I think it's a relatively even fight. King does have sight advantages with the flight as well as his range / like flame abilities. Is that enough to take out Katakuri? I don't know. Some people think it is. Some people don't. Larry, what you thinking?
I think if anything, if you're gonna suspect somebody's gonna be able to surmount someone else that you think they would have a hard time with in the beginning of the fight, it's gonna be a conqueror. So Cat has that, like Seb said. Also, Cat has stated that he has a level of armament that's above regular armament when he fought Luffy. I don't think that's enough to bypass King's defenses the same way Zoro did with Conqueror's Haki. So I think Katakuri is going to have to infuse Conqueror's Haki to the point where maybe Zoro has reached, which Zoro also doesn't have advanced Conqueror's Haki, right? So he just has a level up than the usual Conqueror's infusion. And then, the observation Haki, which is the future sight, is going to be heavily relied upon when fighting King. I just think that, Katakuri is going to figure out eventually how to beat him, and his Conquerors is going to help him in superseding him, I would say. So that's it.
Okay. Yeah. Solid take. Another 5 from True Fuego. Technically, Roger did swing on Emu at God Valley, and Rocks basically just threw 1 or 2 more swings than Roger and got no diff. So what are we calling that then? Yeah, I don't think we're calling what Roger did to Emu a fight, right? They all attacked at the possessed Emu body and were ineffective. Like that's kind of what happened. Right? Yeah. Another 2 from the Outcasted Gamer. To be honest, Blackbeard gets low diffed by Luffy based off of feats. Man. The Blackbeard downplay, man. One day the vindication will come, man. One day. All right, let's get another group in here. Do you want to go 5 or 3, Larry? We
Do
don't
we have
a
5?
lot. We 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6.
We got 6.
Yeah. And
Um,
technically a couple more that could be they're in the interest of the den though. They're in the wrong group.
yeah,
Like
let's
voice
go
channel.
5 again. We
Okay.
decided on 5. Let's go 5, and then we bring the other person with the other 4.
I'm saying the issue is, and he's gone, so I don't know if he could hear me. Those other people went already, so we don't have a lot of people, which is why I said 3. That's what I'm saying. Like we had Griff and Zesty in here already, and Grim and the Fallen already, and then Grim and Hyperion all aren't like Nakamas. So it's like
Grim wasn't in it.
Well, doesn't Celestial Donkey's 20 gifted subs give
oh yeah,
20 more people
I
to
can get some
enter
more
into this?
people in here. Yeah, I get some more people in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say, then you might as well just start putting it up, you know?
All right.
And I was gonna say, Seb, Grimwolves hasn't gone yet. Hyperion hasn't gone yet.
I got to get through the like Nakama people first, but yeah, I got you.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah, so the way it works, guys, if you gift a sub or something like that, Seb allows, people to enter into the Discord, because the Discord is free. So you could just enter the Discord whenever you want. But to be a part of this, the gifted memberships allows 20 people because it's one person per gifted, right? That you allow, Seb?
Yeah, for the DDTs, yeah.
Yeah, so 20 people, if you want to join in and you're already not like a tiered member in the Discord, that's okay, because Celestial Donkey gave you that benefit. So thank you, Celestial Donkey, again.
And Davy, because Davy sent 25 earlier as well.
Oh, yeah, Davy as well. Thank you, Davy.
Yeah. All right, let's get another group of 5. I remember we docked Diamond off, so sorry, Diamond. Let's get you in here. I mean, a Bulldozer. Diamond. My boy. Let's go with Inferno Knight. Sonnet. Is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, that's our 5 for this one. Hello, gentlemen. How's it going? I hope you guys are good. Dozer, sorry about earlier, bro. Needed it to be done.
Yeah, bro. You made little Timmy miss out on the 100 bands with that.
Little Timmy be all right, bro. But welcome. Obviously, today we're discussing how far Blackbeard will make it on the Yonko DDT. Oh, I realized I got this titled wrong this whole time. The Yonko DDT. Gauntlet, I mean. Round 1 is Big Mom. Round 2 is Luffy. Round 3 is Kaido. Round 4 is Shanks. And round 5 is Prime Whitebeard. So we'll go one at a time. Y'all each will get 1 minute to discuss where you think Blackbeard will land or stops. So who he can't defeat, like where he would get to without being able to defeat them, and why. And then we'll go around the horn and we'll have a 5-minute deliberation for all of you guys to kind of discuss and come to a consensus vote. But all right, we'll start with Dozer because I did have him in here for a quick second and then dropped him. So Dozer, talk to me.
Okay, so there's like a multiple ways to look at this. Purely feet wise, he doesn't make it past Big Mom.
Mm-hmm.
But narrative wise, he makes it all the way to arguably Shanks.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I think he makes it somewhere in the middle with Kaido because I would, before Onigashima, I would give it Big Mom, but after that, yeah, she gotta go. That was not Big Mom, bro. That was Olin, whatever you want to call her. Luffy, he has a advanced hockey and a great devil fruit. The time limit, though, is devastating. He's just needs to constantly rest or eat food, and realistically, it's not been one-on-one with Blackbeard. So then he gets a Kaido. You can nullify the devil fruit, but he's still durable without the devil fruit. And Kaido was able to blitz a future sightseeing Luffy, and we don't know if Blackbeard even has Conquerors or level advanced observations. So, and he's taking double the damage from Kaido. That Magma Dragon, yeah, that's why I think he sounds like Kaido.
Okay,
It's close, but I still got Kaido.
So Dozer saying he stops at Kaido. All right, next we'll go to Diamond.
It's good, gentlemen. How y'all doing today?
Chilling, man, chilling.
Round 1, he gets past Big Mom. She on paper is like on par or even greater than Kaido. and they're both like units. They have pretty much everything, but minus the battle IQ. Big Mom lacks it more. And I agree with your take on the Gura, Sib, that the Gura will compensate Blackbeard's lack of Conqueror's hockey, because even like period, even though he had the hockey, he still would like default to the fruit, so it'll like make up for the lack of hockey. And then against Luffy, like Dozer said, Luffy has a stamina issue, and he needs to eat to refuel. And Blackbeard looks like he eats good. Look at his belly. So I think he makes it past Luffy, but I think he stops at Kaido as well, because even though Kaido has seen the Gura in action before, I don't think like his AP will lack against that. And the darkness, the Yami won't have as an effect on Kaido, because even though he won't be able to use his Devil Fruit, he still has like some of the highest hockey we've seen, and is like durable and has the endurance of like higher than anyone on the show besides Kainu and Kuzan. But I still think Kaido could like fight even longer than they can. But I think he stops like Kaido right now, because he just lacks the feats to like put him a bit above like Kaido, and then I don't think he makes it to Shanks or Prime Viper. So I got him at Kaido.
Okay. All right. Next up, Inferno Knight.
So I don't think he makes it past Big Mom.
Okay.
Me personally, I just think that Blackbeard doesn't really have the hockey to compete at that level or the same level of durability. Like, he's out here running from admirals, old Rayleigh, and Big Mom's not doing that. Yeah, I think Big Mom literally wins that fight like mid diff. Just me personally.
Okay, mid diff. Wow. Okay. I ain't mad at it. I mean, maybe a little mad, but it is what it is. All right. But boy.
Hello?
How's it going, man?
Oh, good, man. How are you guys going?
I'm chilling, man. My boy's fighting today in the DDT, and the Knicks play tonight, so I'm in a good mood.
No, that's good then. That's good to hear. So I think Blackbeard will make her past Big Mom. I know she has the hockey in there, all three hockeys, but she's a little bit more reliant on their fruit, where Blackbeard can take advantage of that. And yeah, his fruit, the Gura, has a little bit more AP than hers does. So I just think he'll get her with a high diff. But yeah, I think he only makes it past Big Mom, not Luffy. Oh, nah, he doesn't make it past Luffy.
Okay. So he stops at Luffy.
Yeah, stops at Luffy.
Okay. All right. Sunnit.
Yo, what's good, gentlemen?
What's going on,
man? All right, first round, I gotta give it to Blackbeard. Big Mom is too chaotic. She makes mistakes, and Blackbeard is an opportunist. He punishes mistakes. So, to be honest, this fight sits kind of on a knife's edge. Like if Big Mom fights like a brute, yeah, then it's over. But Blackbeard finds the opening and wins. But if she fights like a top tier, she overwhelms him before he even gets a chance. But after 1-0, bro, Big Mom is only good for making children. I'm not gonna lie.
That's crazy.
Oh,
That's
she's
a
only
wild statement, Sonny.
she's
Oh
only
my
good
god.
for she's only good for taking back shots. Seb. I'm not gonna lie
That's
to you.
crazy, bro. That's
But,
wild.
and for Luffy, I think he stops at Kaido. People tend to say, Blackbeard has to touch Luffy first. But they all act like Luffy never gets hit. Multiple people kept hitting him. I don't want to say top tiers like Kaido, but even with Future Sight, he gets hit. So now you're telling me Blackbeard, a Yonko with gravity-based pull that literally drags you in, can't create one opening? Like, be serious. And here's the part that nobody want to talk about. And I say no one takes it serious because Blackbeard just doesn't fight fair. He doesn't play honorable. He doesn't wait for his turn. He just drags you in. He tanks the hits, and he just ends the fight. So I think he stops at Kaido.
Okay. Appreciate the take, Sonnet. All right, you
So-
guys will now have 5 minutes to deliberate amongst yourselves, rebuttal anything you heard from anybody that spoke before you, or just add something to your take, but we'll determine the round's vote. 5 minutes. Talk to me.
Wait, who was the one that said Blackbeard runs from Admiral?
That was me because he did.
Okay, because last time I checked, wasn't Big Mom running away from Marco?
Oh,
Did that not
man.
happen?
Well, that was more a convenience thing. That wasn't really because she can't deal with him. She just wanted to, go after, the Straw Hats instead of dealing with Marco, which would take a long time for her because of his regeneration.
Didn't
I mean,
Marco
I'm just
hit her
saying,
off her own ship?
I mean, King did it too. Jinbei did
Yeah,
it.
bro.
Bro kind of helped.
They were all taking turns flipping Big Mom off, bro.
I'll say this real quick. I know I'm not supposed to jump in. My bias is jumping in. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yo, setting up Tom.
My fault. Didn't Blackbeard handle Marco and his entire crew? Light work?
He handled Marco. He handled Ace, who's
Big Mom
arguably
out
stronger
here like, yo,
than Marco.
I don't got the soul powers. I'll shut up. I'll mute up. My bad.
Yeah, and then you said he also, he ran away from admirals, but he looked at one of the strongest ones in the face, and he was like, "Yo, you're kind of nice. Join my crew." And he didn't even make him his right hand. He put him 10th seat, bro.
That doesn't have to do with power, though. That's just negotiation.
We can all agree that.
Guys, you have to
Hey, it's a kind of man. Any reasonable man is running from a kind of, bro. That man's
Yeah, because
crazy.
a kind who believes in friendly fire, bro. He looked at an innocent, weak Marine. He was like, "Yo, we don't need you," and just kind of ended him. And
Your family
his
getting a
family
new
didn't
husband,
cash
bro.
out on that life insurance policy or
that
nothing.
killed innocent Marines instead of fighting Whitebeard, the same Akainu.
Yeah,
Bro,
I mean,
Whitebeard was getting handled by father soldiers, man. They were all
and I
stabbing
mean,
them.
like people knock on Blackbeard for running away, but Luffy did it in Whole Cake Island. I mean,
Luffy ran
just
away
because
from
he's
Big
not
Mom.
as reckless as Luffy doesn't mean he's not like potentially like as strong or stronger.
Hey, and also,
Like-
Old Ray just straight up said he'd lose to Blackbeard. So
And then we also got someone saying Old Ray is stronger than Kizaru on the pod. So like, there's that too, man.
Yo, leave Lawrence out of this, man.
Yeah, my fault.
Lawrence ain't got nothing to do. You're not here to defend
Yeah, he
himself.
caught us straight. My fault, Lawrence. If you ever watched this,
Lawrence doesn't need to
But,
catch any strays.
like if you really think about it, what's stopping Blackbeard from using his darkness on Big Mom, sinking her into darkness? And when he's fighting Kaido, what if he pulls a Sung Jin Woo and he hits an Arise and Big Mom's under his control?
How, that's
Like,
not
what's
fair.
really
That's
stopping-
not fair and reasonable. That flag on the play.
Guys,
That's not fair. and reasonable.
guys. Big Mom uses Conqueror's Hockey. If Law's abilities couldn't work on her on the rooftop because of her hockey, what makes y'all think that the Yami is going to work that much better?
Well,
serious?
It's a fair question.
that's a good point. That's a good
It's
point.
a
But
fair
like,
question.
just because Blackbeard doesn't have Conqueror's Hockey doesn't mean his like other hockey isn't nice. Like you could be
Guys,
like
Sentomaru against Law, bro.
Like Sentomaru
He's
is like
struggling
a
against Law,
bum
bro.
compared to the top tiers, but he was still able to block a Kizaru kick, even though he was like prepping for it. Like it still happened. Like
Are we still in
it's like
agreement that Blackbeard?
yeah, like
doesn't get past Big
Blackbeard
Mom?
has. Honestly, he has the substitutions for hockey. He has the substitution for Conqueror's advanced Conqueror's coding with the Gura. Is able to attack on the inside because of vibrations. He's able to affect Devil Fruit users because of the Yami. It's true.
Yeah, that's how it
Like the
works.
stuff that he lacks compared to Luffy and the rest, like he makes up for it with his Devil Fruits.
He's a Dover boy.
Like Blackbeard is probably like a lot stronger than we think. I mean, he is Rock's son. I know a lot of people like put stocks in Rocks, and if you think his like
Absolutely,
his kid is gonna
absolutely.
be weak, then I don't know what to tell you, man.
Hey, bro, that's Shanks and Luffy's rival right there.
Not a
Like,
rival, but okay.
Oh, my fault. Let me say, the one that beats Shanks and Luffy.
Wait,
My
wait, wait.
fault.
We wouldn't
I'll
call
fix it for you.
Blackbeard a Shanks and Luffy rival, Inferno? You wouldn't consider him that?
Not in power. Not in power. He has the
Oh,
intelligence for it, and he like his scheming and stuff. Not in power.
Yeah, but just,
bro.
what about just as a
I mean,
rival in general? As one
Bro,
of his
and
rivals?
yeah, Yonko in general, that man literally has like level 6 prisoners.
yeah, I mean, like
Sengoku was
Blackbeard is
sleeping with
like
her,
he's he almost like had not cut off. He almost like broke off Ace's head with like a karate chop in their little exchange. And like, you don't think he'd have the physical stats to like hit hard? Like that's just nonsense. Like a lot of these One Piece
Guys,
characters are
do
a lot
y'all
stronger than they look.
do y'all think that Blackbeard can knock her out?
Big Mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
he can because the way he's already like it's already been stated that he's mastered the Gura during the 2 years after he gained it. So I feel like he's able to use the vibrations from it to kind of lift himself up, similar to how he did with like Law and bring the ship up. And he could
Wait, I
use the
just have a quick
momentum
question.
of his. Uh-huh.
Sorry, I have a quick question. How you say you said he mastered the Gura? Does that mean he's awakened it? Like, would you say that,
He
or
he could have like we've seen Law from Dressrosa to like Wano. I mean, in like our time, it's a long time, but in One Piece time, is what, a couple weeks, and he was able to
yeah,
awaken. So I feel like in 2
yeah.
years, it's not impossible to awaken the Devil Fruit, especially
And
since it's been
Kaku,
stated he's mastered it.
Kaku did it too.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
like I mean, Queen was able to knock out Big Mom. Like, why wouldn't Blackbeard?
Also,
I mean, yeah, there was
y'all are
context, but
talking a
still.
lot about Blackbeard's perspective. Are we not thinking about, is Blackbeard just tanking all of Big Mom's attack like it's nothing?
Yeah, go on the
She has
offensive.
insane Devil Fruit powers.
Talk to
She has
him.
insane Devil Fruit powers. Why are we thinking that Blackbeard's taking these attacks before he even has a chance to even attack in the first place? Who says Big Mom doesn't two-shot him or whatever?
Well,
That's crazy.
Big Mom does hit hard, but she's also very cocky. So I feel like that'll be her like deficit. Blackbeard can counter practically every Devil Fruit ability with his Yami. If she makes a homie, he just sucks it into darkness. And if she fires a projectile, like he has a girder to block it, or he's able to like dodge. And plus, he's like pretty
What about
durable. He's not
hockey,
gonna
though?
get.
What about hockey, bro?
He has
What
hockey.
about
Blackbeard's
hockey?
pretty
What about
durable too.
can he stop an Akaku sovereignty?
I mean, can Big Mom do it by herself without
Apparently,
Kaido?
he can block it.
She's done
Apparently, he can
It's
block it.
possible.
she's done a Conquest of the Sea without Kaido. It just wasn't.
Yeah, but
as
it's not
strong.
going to be as strong with Kaido. Like that's -1 Yonko level, like hockey user.
That's bare minimum, half the power right there.
And let's be
What was
honest,
that
Kaido was
attack that
kind
she
of
used
carrying
against?
that attack.
What was that attack that she used against Kid? What was that, like Mother Misery or something like that? Blackbeard's just good off from that.
I
Blackbeard's
mean,
just
he
good from
uses
that
the
attack.
darkness, and it's a non-factor.
To be honest, he would be good.
Yeah, like a lot of Big Mom's like homies will be countered by the Yami. He'll just suck it into a vortex, or and send it back to her, or like just nullify her ability. Like one hand
He may
he'll
get
use a Yami, and the other hand he'll use a Gura. So like she's gonna be like, "Yo, how come my Devil Fruit isn't working?" And then boom, she gets hit with the Gura to the face.
Yeah, he may get knocked down, but he's
So, like,
definitely gonna get back up. I don't really think she
No,
has
he's
any
gonna
doubt
take
at
some
all.
damage,
Put
but
him,
like
put
Big
him.
Mom
Yeah,
like lacks the
but it's
battle
not gonna
IQ.
put him out.
And
I don't think she has an attack that'll actually keep him out and, like take him out for good rather than just knocking him down and him getting back up,
Well, that's
why?
yeah,
Why do you
that's
think that?
hold on, y'all. That's time. That's time.
Damn.
Did anybody? I'll go through it one by one again. Did anybody change their vote? I'll start with Dozer.
No.
No. Okay. Sonnet.
Hell no.
Diamond?
Uh, I'll say he makes it to Shanks. He beats
Shanks.
Kaido Extreme Diff. Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
Shanks. All right. We got a Shanks vote. Okay. Inferno?
Nah, he's not making it past Big Mom.
Okay. And Boy.
So was it Summit that said he would finish, or like he would get past Luffy but stop at Kaido?
Repeat that.
Was this Summit that said Blackbeard makes it to Kaido, gets past Luffy,
Uh-huh.
or was it someone else? Yeah, I'll
I
jump on
said that, but then I changed it to he gets past Kaido to Shanks.
Oh yeah, it might be pushing it a bit for me, but I can say he'll get past Luffy.
Okay. One vote for Shanks on the board. I appreciate y'all, man. Truly, I was debating pretty heavily. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate the
Nah,
take.
this was
Appreciate
a fun
you, brother.
little format.
Yeah, I wanted to bring
Appreciate
the rebuttals back, man, in honor of Shin. It was his favorite thing to do.
Bro, I was listening to an old pod, and the soundboard of "We ain't seen Shanks do nothing" is top 5 all time.
It's amazing, bro. It's gonna age so terribly too. Like come on, man. He was wrong then. He's just gonna be more and more wrong now. Love him though. But y'all have a good night. All right.
All right, man. You too.
Appreciate you, Sib. Larry, you to go.
All right. Thank you.
See you guys.
So yeah, so that's the stop at Shanks.
Yeah. Somebody said he stopped at Shanks. It wasn't the consensus.
I'm saying is, oh no, that's what I was saying. What's the consensus on that?
The consensus ended up being Kaido for that round.
I just want to know what to put down. So I'm keeping track of that for y'all.
All right. We'll run through a couple of super chats and then get to the next grouping of people. Twilight, you said you have a list of who's went and who hasn't, right? Because I got to start pulling people from different voice channels and stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Bet. All right. We got 10 from N Beaks. It says, all of Blackbeard's recent interactions, Law, Ray, Boa, S-Hawk, etc., clearly suggest that is where his current level is. If we're going off pure feats, he stops at Kizaru Fujitora level max. Okay. I don't know if I agree with that. The way Rayleigh was speaking on him showed that there was a clear gap in their strength, but that was specifically because of Ray's age. He did sneak Boa. I will give credit where it's due. He did sneak Boa. That's more I feel fear for how hacks her Delfruit is, but that's more telling about where his hockey level is. The Law fight, to me, it's more Blackbeard gas than shade, but it's been looked at as shade by most people in the community, which is common, I feel like, for the One Piece community. To me, he tanked one of Law's awakened attacks and then seemingly no diffed him, but people like to think he jumped Law like it wasn't a crew versus crew, but hey, people spin narratives however they want. And S-Hawk, anime did my boy dirty, I'll say that much. Larry?
I feel like he made an excellent point. You want to go by narrative? The narrative wrote itself. The people that he's versed have literally been at his level, and those people aren't at the level of Big Mom in them. So if there's more than one pattern, I'm going to assume this is what narration is telling me. And that's what it's been telling us. So I think people can choose to spin the narrative however they feel based on how much they love a certain character.
But in those interactions, one of them says, I can't possibly beat that guy. Another one outright loses a fight. And another one gets yoked up one time and the fight's over. Is that telling me where his level is at? Or is that telling me he's higher than those people?
Again, it's telling us that, one, he felt he couldn't beat Rayleigh, right? He couldn't escape that situation on his own with his own power. He couldn't use Conqueror's hockey in any shape or form in order to get out of that situation himself.
It's lacking context, but okay.
He had to sneak Boa because his Conqueror's hockey or hockey overall isn't there either to diffuse her from fighting her straight up. listen, if the story's telling you something and then you're going to just listen to character interactions, then I just feel like you're just avoiding the actual narrative and believing what characters believe.
See, this is I would agree with that to an extent, but like I don't believe he had to sneak Boa. He chose to. That's not like I had to do this.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, again, that's something that you have a hard time accepting because you don't believe hockey is the end all be all or stronger than devil fruits. That's something that you deal with all the time when we talk One Piece, bro. I think you'll realize it once he versus an actual opponent with actual hockey that's not being snuck in a weird way. And you're going to have to accept that he's just not there, bro. And when you do, I would just love to hear what you're going to say.
And when the opposite happens?
See, you can say the opposite will happen, but from what we know, it's not. You would, at the point in the series that we're in, he would need to jump and elevate in hockey levels so extremely that it wouldn't make sense based upon his character since he doesn't choose to fight people that are stronger than him. So, again, when we go narration, are you going to pick and choose which narration you're going to go with, or are we going to go with the narration that everybody else is receiving?
I guess
Depends on you, my boy.
Wait and see. Another 2 for Chufuego. Seb, you wrong for this. Blackbeard is not beating nobody here. All right. He's got some votes. He got some votes for some wins here, man. Another 5 from Brian. It says, King took the Conqueror's attacks from Zoro without his flames even on. If he has his flames on, I don't know if Cat can hurt him, and Blackbeard mid. Okay. Another 5 from Brian. The 3 OG Admirals, the 2 new Admirals, plus the 5 Elders versus Rocks Pirates, all in their prime. No emu pulling up. The twins be stressing me out. Laughing emojis. Okay, the 3 OG Admirals. So Kizaru, Kuzan, and Aokiji. Kizaru, Kuzan, and Akainu. And Fujitora and Green Bull. Plus the 5 Elders versus the Rocks Pirates all in their prime. It's a lot of people fighting at one time, man. All right.
If it's all the Rocks Pirates in their prime, I actually got to give that to the Rocks Pirates. There are too many heavy hitters on that. A lot
of heavy hitters on that team. That's Blackbeard, Kaido, Big Mom Rocks. Shicky's in there too. I mean, it's all the Rocks Pirates, so it's all the other people too, just added to it. That's all the Admirals and the Elders. It comes down to, do you think that each Yonko could take on an Elder and an Admiral at the same time? Because the lower level people, it doesn't really matter, right? They're not going to be a factor too much for them joints. Can Whitebeard take on Warcury and Akainu same time in his prime? Can Kaido take on Saturn and Kizaru same time?
I'm sticking with yeah. I think they could.
Man. I'm torn on this. Larry, what you got? I think you probably got the Rocks Pirates, right?
Is this the off-screen, this quadruple Baconator?
What?
Oh no, that's his second one. All right, my bad. The 3 OG Admirals, the 2 new Admirals, plus the 5 Elders versus the Rocks Pirates, all in their prime. No emu pulling up. The twins be stressing me out. It's the Rocks Pirates.
You got the Rocks Pirates? Okay.
Absolutely.
You and Twilight got Rocks Pirates.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, bro. It's like mid to high diff, bro.
Okay. Okay.
You're talking prime Whitebeard?
Yeah, it's prime Whitebeard. It's prime. It's prime Whitebeard. Prime Big Mom, prime Kaido, prime Kaido. Yeah, it's prime.
Oh, okay, bro. If you got them any higher than mid or high,
yo,
then
Gorosei is nice, yo. They good. I'm Admiral Gang.
I saw Chopper and Brooke tear off a leg of a Gorosei member. I'm 1000% sure Kuma knocking him into smithereens
He was
is
good
not.
though.
Again, we're talking about people who can infuse Conqueror's hockey. I saw Rox take down two. I saw Rox one take down an admiral in the beginning of his career. And even if I want to be like, oh, that was mid diff, beginning of a career, mid diff. Then I see him fight Holy Knights who could also regenerate, and he just infuses Conqueror's hockey to immobilize them. So I'm going to assume Prime Whitebeard, Prime Kaido, Prime Big Mom. I'm even go, yo, we going Prime Shiki?
Yeah, it's Prime Shiki. There's a lot of people in there.
Yeah, I mean, good luck. If you think it's honestly, it might be low diff, bro. If we're being honest, it's bad. It's real bad.
Yo, but the Gorosei was whipping out hockey levels. That was wild, bro. No,
you know what, Seb? I'm gonna do what you do. Gora
is there, and it's Prime
Yep.
Whitebeard too with it.
Yep.
Exactly.
Imagine now when it's infused with Conqueror's hockey from one of the best users in the world.
All right, I'm with y'all. Rocks Pirates. I was trying to fight for the Admirals, but I guess not. Another 5 from Kirby. It says, if I off-screen this quadruple Baconator with no Bev, does that scale me closer to Blackbeard or Law? Hashtag DDT over agenda. Yeah.
It'd be Law.
Yeah, bro. Law took back-to-back Baconators to the face. It was like 4 Baconators, right? It was a lot. It was more than 2. It was more than 2.
I could do 3 matches.
It was more than 2. I know that.
He's strong-willed, bro.
Another 2 from Beaks. Does Blackbeard clear oven and smoothie? See, it's disrespectful, man.
That's disrespectful. For sure.
I'm a Blackbeard hater. I'm an open Blackbeard hater.
Blackbeard got crewmates that apparently clear oven and smoothie, man.
That's so funny.
Another 5 from Coops Grabs. Been watching since the Secret Void Sentry episodes. Larry, you remember those?
Wow.
Yeah. Y'all helped me through high school and now college. And man, it's great to have the DDT back. Hashtag Whitebeard the GOAT. Hey, man, Coop been here a minute, bro.
Yeah, we're getting there. The pod is like 4 years old. I think like 5 years old now. So
yeah, no, I was gonna say I've been a member for about going on 4.5 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's pretty wild. I can't even lie. Coop, man, I hope you're having a good time as an adult, bro. I hope you're trending well in adulthood. All right, let's get another group in here. Who hasn't went yet?
Oh, you have one more super chat, Seb.
Do I? My YouTube stream crashed on me. Hold on.
I can read it if you want, or Larry.
Oh, another 2 from Inferno Knight. By the way, Blackbeard probably can't beat Kuzan. Okay. I mean, listen, not seeing a lot of Blackbeard believers in here, man. That's what I'm noticing.
Blackbeard recently was scared of Kuzan. That's a current thing.
Another 2 from Creator Keon. Does Blackbeard clear the dentist? Hashtag brush your teeth. His teeth are clean. They just missing. Right?
And randomly missing too.
They just missing. You could keep them clean. They're not all there. They clean though. You know. Probably.
Seb, if you want a list you want to pull in, I can tell you if they won or not. That'll probably be easier than just reading off all who won already.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab in Gabriel and TNT because I know they haven't went, and then I know Goatman hasn't went. I know Grimwalls haven't went. I know Creator hasn't went, and Hyperion. So I'll go Creator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, this is our 5. Hello, and welcome, gentlemen. Hope you guys are having a great night.
Go.
What's going on? All right. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the stream or what we've been doing here, but we're doing a gauntlet, a Yonko tier gauntlet for Blackbeard. Blackbeard is the runner. He will have full recovery after each round, and he's running through Big Mom in round 1, Luffy in round 2, Kaido in round 3, Shanks in round 4, and Prime Whitebeard in round 5. It is up to y'all to determine how far Blackbeard makes it in this gauntlet. So, how this will work. Each of you will have 1 minute to tell me where Blackbeard lands and why, where he stops. So as far, basically the person you're saying that he lands at or stops at, that's the person he can't defeat. And you each will have 1 minute to give your take, and then we'll have a 5-minute deliberation for all of you guys to kind of have a collective vote for your group. So I will start.
We lost what we said.
I lost you? How am I losing you, bro?
No. We lost somebody.
Oh, we lost somebody? Oh, okay. Who did we lose? All right, I guess I think it was Keon. We'll get Hyperion in here then.
Yeah, it was Keon.
All right, Hyperion, I hope you've been paying attention. But each of y'all are going to get 1 minute to determine how far Blackbeard gets on this gauntlet. We will start with Goatman. Talk to me, Goat.
All right, man. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'd like to say Blackbeard isn't making it past Big Mom. If he were to go against her, he'd be the strongest person that he's faced in combat. And he's far more advanced than anybody else. Like, he struggled against Magellan. I personally feel if it wasn't for his crewmates, then that fight against Law would have went different. But I'm not gonna bash him the whole time. As far as Big Mom, I'm pretty sure he's declared the break board as the same output of it as Whitebeard. And he also takes double damage. So if he gets to pulling out Mother Misery, or let's say hypothetically she makes a homie out of his darkness, then Blackbeard doesn't really have much he can do, especially with her being a conqueror and him not being confirmed. And to simplify all of that, if he's just a Nepo baby. So if Ronnie James wouldn't be Joanna Man, then Blackbeard not be Big Mom.
Okay. Stops at Big Mom. We will move along. Appreciate the take. To Gabriel.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Talk to me.
Blackbeard stopped Big Mom. I mean, Big Mom was fighting even with Kaido for 3 days right before the raid of Onigashima. There's no way Blackbeard does anything to Big Mom. Blackbeard ran from a Kainu. I mean, we're talking about a guy who hasn't won any on-screen fights against any significant characters. So there's no way he gets past Big Mom. That's all I have for that.
Okay. Hyperion.
Okay, I think he beats Big Mom, and that's it. I don't think he goes any higher because the next round is Luffy. I think Big Mom loses almost every on-screen current day encounter she has. She lost to like Frankie's tank. She lost to, I believe, Daifuku knocked her off the ship at one point. Someone else knocked her off of a ship. I think it was Marco or King or something like that. She lost to Kid in Law. Jinbei threw her like she was kind of a rag doll and got off the island before she could do anything to him. Even characters who are just significantly weaker than her that she comes up against, she doesn't seem to do well against. So I gotta give it to Blackbeard. I don't think there's anything she can do that Blackbeard can't repel with the Quake Fruit. And I also believe that her best weapon is her Devil Fruit, and he can take that away in some instances. I think it's like it would be weird to say that she would be able to use the Devil Fruit the entire fight, and he would never be able to take it away in any instance. And like I said, I don't think any attack can get through the Quake Fruit. So yeah, I just got him beating Big Mom.
Okay. So stops at Luffy. All right. Grimwalls.
Big Mom.
Stops at Big Mom.
Hard stop at Big Mom.
Hard stop. Okay. All right.
Actually, low diff. Low diff.
Okay. And then TNT.
What's up?
All right. Where's he stopping, man? Big Mom, Luffy, Kaido, Shanks, or Whitebeard? Does he clear?
I think he stops at Big Mom. And it's honestly, if it's anything, it's a war of attrition. Because if she's got all three of her homies with her, it's a one-on-one. I've never seen her lose a one-on-one personally. You could correct me if I'm wrong.
Would you count? I mean, I wouldn't count the Rocks situation as even a loss, really. Like, she lost the exchange, but she was still good, right? So no, I don't think she has.
She did get pieced up by him, but I wouldn't count that. That was technically a 2-on-1 if he was being controlled by Yumu.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, it sounds like most of y'all are in the same realm here. We had one vote for stopping at Luffy. I don't remember who it was exactly, but do you want to give try to convince the rest of them that he can get to Luffy past Big Mom, or no?
I just had a quick question that might work against Big Mom. That's dealing with how does his vortex work if he were to suck her into it potentially? Because I know you guys brought up something last week about if Brule brought Roger into the mirror dimension, if he could just sheer will his way out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Does his little dimension work the same as hers, or is it different?
That is a good question.
She just flies. She just flies.
But then he could suck like Ace when he was fighting Ace. He like sucked him towards him.
Yeah, because Ace was on the ground. She's flying.
Ace also flew in
But I
that
mean,
fight.
either way, you got to think about
he was
like
turning
her
half of
hockey.
his body into fire.
I feel like if hockey couldn't get devil fruit.
It all comes down to how his devil fruit works. 'Cause I know it weakens devil fruit abilities. That's why, like, if she was using all three of her homies, if he touched Prometheus, for instance, he wouldn't just fizzle away. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure out how his devil fruit plays into this to help him.
So
out.
here's how I thought about it: was if she can land, like, let's say she is going to land an attack, will the Quake just not kind of like it's not going to hit him? He's just going to Quake it away. Like, my thing is like, even if you wanted to say her hockey was really powerful, we know the Quake when Whitebeard had it was banging out with Gold Roger, the guy with the best hockey. So, I mean,
But you can't
Put
equate
hockey into it.
Whitebeard to Blackbeard feet.
Of course. Absolutely. I'm not saying they're the exact same, but I'm just saying the fruit in general. I mean, anything we've seen him be attacked by, that's just what he does, right? Like,
Okay, we cannot use Whitebeard feet for Blackbeard because Whitebeard was using hockey with the devil fruits. Blackbeard has not shown us any type of hockey at all. So we cannot put Whitebeard's feet
Old
against
Whitebeard
Blackbeard.
was able to wash a Kainu. Like, it
Yeah, we
low
don't
diff a
know.
It doesn't
Kainu.
matter.
That's
It
bad.
doesn't matter if he's old. The hockey is still hockey.
Well, we don't know if he's using hockey at Marineford, right? We're not really sure about that. So as far as we know, he was hitting a Kainu and these characters without it. You know, we don't know how that works, but I mean, it just is what it is. You know.
And then do you also count, like, is Blackbeard going to be afraid of her? Because if he's afraid of her at any instant,
I was going to ask that, yeah.
Catching that soul.
Talk to him.
I mean,
Like
he
it's
did
a one
run from a
tap.
Kainu.
If he's like he's a one tap. You gotta do is 50 years gone.
I like the concept of the
let me
gauntlet,
ask
but Big Mom's
another
just too hard of
question,
an
maybe.
obstacle to overcome.
Let me ask another question. What attack is she gonna hit him with that hit? Like, what was Whitebeard hitting him with? Like, Whitebeard hit him with the Quake Fruit, right? And he kind of just got back up and was like ready to fight some more. And then he got hit by Sengoku and got up again. What does she have that is stronger than the attacks that is putting, that they're using? Like, what does she have that's stronger?
Okay, so you're trying to say Whitebeard almost dead, one leg in the grave.
And Sengoku
He's gonna be he's stronger than a full healthy Big Mom.
Okay, yeah, and I also brought up Sengoku, and you didn't mention him at all, and he was still fairly young at the time. In fact, he didn't even go gray at this point when he was hitting him with the Buddha fruit, and that's like a mythical Zoan, I believe, right? Mythical Zoan Buddha fruit. I mean,
and has Sengoku ever shown us he's ever has the hockey of that level?
Well,
only thing I
Roger
can is Roger
implied
said-
he had hockey. Yeah, I was gonna say Roger implied he did. So if you take Roger's word for it, he compared Sengoku to Garp.
But at the same time, Roger was scared to even go and face Big Mom. So if we're using stuff from Roger, it has to be, well, Roger did this and Roger did that. So they all have to equate to equal the same.
We saying Roger was scared. That's what we doing.
Did he have time to, like,
Hey,
with his
man.
health condition?
I'm
I
not
think
saying all
he's
that.
just running out of time.
I'm not saying all that.
He
Blackbeard
snuck in the
had to
whole cake.
sneak Boa. He had to sneak Boa
Scared is crazy.
because his hockey was
Well,
not up there.
Well, hold on.
He said it himself. He said it himself. I will have been caught by your devil fruit if I did not did this. So that's basically he's saying my hockey can't do nothing to you. So why we out here acting like our hockey's comparing to a Yonko hockey?
She's the most beautiful woman, and Blackbeard, like he thinks she's beautiful. I mean, it's gonna work on him. It works on
Not
everyone.
notify that.
Well, doesn't her devil
notifies
fruit
devil
surpass
fruits?
willpower? Didn't the SBS say that her devil
I got
fruit
a
surpasses
question real
willpower,
quick.
which is conquers hockey, which literal willpower?
So now we're gonna give Blackbeard a little
Doesn't
bonus.
she surpass it though? Her devil fruit surpasses willpower, it says in the SBS. So if that is the case, it surpasses the hockey itself. It would work on anyone. He snuck her as a smart tactic. I don't understand.
So you think
Isn't
her
it
devil
not the
fruit's gonna
same
work on
thing for
Kaido?
sugar?
Do you think that devil fruit work on Kaido, Big Mom, Shanks, Whitebeard?
Well, is why
Guard?
you're saying that it's not going to work? Is it because of the willpower and the hockey? Because if so, that's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying. This man himself said I had to sneak you because I cannot do nothing against your devil fruit.
I believe it also says
I'm
that
just
she is
asking.
as powerful as she is beautiful, and I believe she's also the most beautiful woman, which would make her the most powerful woman. But
So
I don't
basically,
know.
he's a simp. So basically, you're saying he's a simp.
He is a simp.
That's
Yes,
why he was.
he is a simp. Almost everyone that we
What
know
would
in the
you do if
show
you got your
is
hands
a
on
simp.
Boa?
The only person we saw smart enough to do it was like a vice admiral who stabbed himself to do better.
What do you mean by that, man? That is y'all's time, by the way. I gotta pause it there. But all right, did anybody decide to change their vote? I know a lot of y'all were stops at Big Mom. I think one of y'all was stops at Luffy. Anybody changing their vote? Doesn't sound like it.
I just have a question. I just logged into the YouTube. Someone said Shanks.
Yeah. I think it was.
Oh my god!
Diamond Life said Shanks. I think.
I need that. I need his dealer.
Could he be anybody in the lineup, honestly? Like, if you put the lineup in any
I don't
order,
think he
could he
King.
get through
I don't think he'll be
anybody?
King.
All right, y'all.
King.
I appreciate all the takes. I'm gonna drop y'all and get another group in here and read some super chats. But thank y'all.
Appreciate it. All right. Let me get to these super chats real quick. Like the stream, y'all. If you haven't already, it does help with the YouTube algorithm. Oh, it's only one. We got 5 from NBeaks. Does Blackbeard clear Dalton? They might have fought on Drum Kingdom. The disrespect of Blackbeard continues. Let's get another group in here. I think this might be the... Yeah.
Maybe we should do another character, bro, because I'm starting to feel bad for you.
I'm fine. He good.
You good, bro?
He good.
Nah, you good, bro?
Listen, he good.
You good, bro?
He good, bro.
All right, bro. Because I would have been sick if they was talking about rocks like this.
Listen,
bro.
Rocks will run his gauntlet at some point. He'll see how he does.
Yep.
He'll probably do better than Blackbeard seems to be doing. But we'll run it. All right. Let's get Kawhi in here. Let's get Miracle D Mayo in here. Mello in here. Tobias. Trey. Is that 5? 1, 2.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I might have to do 6 because we only got like one more person.
Yerp.
We got like 2 more people. All right, we'll just do 7. Because honestly, I got to go for the Knicks game anyway. I guess this will be the last round. We're going 7 deep for the final. All right. Although I guess we could have did me and you for the other 2 people.
Yeah. We still gotta give
right.
our take.
We dropping 2 of y'all. Sorry.
Hey yo, who's got their stuff on in the back?
I'm not hearing anybody, but I'm dropping 2 people.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna just go with the 2 easiest people to grab. Trey and Tobias. Y'all be our people for the next round. All right. Y'all be with us. Appreciate you.
That works.
All right. As y'all know, we're running a gauntlet. Blackbeard's running the Yonko gauntlet. He'll have full recovery after each and every round. Round 1 is Big Mom. Round 2 is Luffy. Round 3 is Kaido. Round 4 is Shanks. And round 5 is Prime Whitebeard. Where does he stop? Can he clear? It's up for y'all to determine that. You'll each have 1 minute to let me know where you think Blackbeard gets, how far he can get on this gauntlet. Essentially, where you choose is where he'll stop, or how far he can get in general. And then we'll have each will get 1 minute, and then we will have a deliberation of 5 minutes for each of y'all. So I will start with Mayo. Talk to me, Miracle.
All right, so I don't really think that it goes very far. I think Big Mom is going to go ahead and Blackbeard. What I was saying in the Discord is versatility-wise and length of range between Blackbeard and Big Mom is a really big kind of gap for him. Big Mom has Prometheus. She has Hera. That's kind of like the testing waters for her attacks and what type of damage that can be done with Blackbeard. And then once she knows that like she can damage him to a good extent or with that ability, I think that's when she'll go ahead and use Napoleon with Conquerors. And if that doesn't work, I believe that it'll go between like some sort of form of Hikaku Sovereignty, somewhere along that, where there's a definite Conquerors coded attack, and that ultimately is going to get Blackbeard. I don't think Blackbeard can use his Vortex to suck her in. She has a flying ability with Prometheus and probably with Hera. I mean, she has Conquerors. Blackbeard is not confirmed. She just has too many tools, and the range of her attacks, I don't see how Blackbeard is going ahead and even if he uses like the Gura, I think Prometheus and Hera can block out a Gura. And I know that's going to be like kind of bad for you, but with both of them, I think they could block a Gura.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. Appreciate the take. We'll move on to Mello.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Talk to me, man. Who winning? I mean, how far does he get?
So I'm gonna have to say Blackbeard is gonna stop at Big Mom.
Okay.
And I'm on your side most of the time during the pod, but I have to side with Larry here. Like, I think you're just doubting hockey a little bit too much. I really do think that Big Mom's Conquerors hockey is just gonna, not just Conquerors hockey, but all forms of hockey in general are gonna push her over the edge in any matchup against somebody who doesn't or isn't confirmed to Conquerors hockey. And then also we're talking about Big Mom's durability. Just because of her devil fruit, people are saying she can heal herself or whatever. We got to remember, Big Mom at 5 years old took down almost an entire giant village with no devil fruit and killed Ja Rule's twin giant. So I just feel like we got to give more credit to Kaido and Big Mom's durability, and I don't see how Blackbeard could put her down, even if he hit her with like 20 Goras.
Okay. All right. 2 votes for Big Mom. We'll go to Namek.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
I've got, I hate to say this, I got him at Luffy just because I think the way that Oda wrote Big Mom into this, so Big Mom I think should beat Blackbeard, but because of how Big Mom has been portrayed in the story, I don't think we would see a very efficient Conquer user, very strong armament, observation, any of that stuff for the fight with Blackbeard. And I think Blackbeard will maneuver his way into a win and stop at Luffy once Luffy just gets serious. But yeah, I think it's more like a technicality. I think the only reason why Blackbeard would beat Big Mom is because the way Big Mom has been portrayed and written, especially as of late, that we don't like, God Valley, she was still really young, but is that she's just not efficient with what, or she doesn't really care to. I don't know what it is. She's like mentally nerfed or something, but I don't know. She's just not using her strongest abilities at all times. So I just think Blackbeard would take advantage of that and win. But I think after Big Mom, Luffy would absolutely demolish Blackbeard. I don't think it's close, to be honest.
Okay. Appreciate the take, Namek.
You can just call me Sky. It's good.
Sky? All right. Wait, is that Skylance?
Yeah.
Bruh.
What's up, Sky?
Hey guys.
I'm like, yo, this sounds so
Sorry,
familiar.
I changed my name. Sorry about that.
Sky, man. All right. Next, let's get Kawhi. Kawhi, you there? Oh man, we might not have Kawhi, bro. All right, we'll skip Kawhi. Midas.
All right, so I think also wait, what's up, y'all?
What's going on?
I think he stops at Big Mom.
Okay.
For sure. I know that everybody's talking about how his extra devil fruit it can bypass some hockey, but not Yonko levels of Conqueror's hockey. There's no way. Like, so I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet. He's stopping at Big Mom. She has way too many hacks because her devil fruit. She has so many projectiles and stuff. He's not even gonna touch her.
Okay. All right. Looks like we're borderline consensus again. Mostly Big Mom votes and one Luffy vote. Who was the one Luffy vote?
It was me.
Mm-hmm. Scott, do you want to cape for it? Y'all have 5 minutes to deliberate on why y'all chose what y'all want, or if y'all want to switch it up. But it doesn't look like that's gonna happen based off what I just heard.
Yeah, I know. I don't think Big Mom would be Blackbeard just off of that, what I was saying earlier. So I don't think she would be going at 100%. She gets hit by so much stuff, by so many, not fodder, but a lot less tier characters. So Blackbeard is stronger than a lot of the people that she takes hits from. If she lets Blackbeard get some good hits on her, it's gonna hurt. So like let's not act like Blackbeard can't hurt anyone and he has no AP. He does. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't think Big Mom would take it serious enough.
So I have a little question, and not like a major pushback, but
sure.
So we were talking about how Blackbeard was scared of Rayleigh, right? Like he didn't press Rayleigh. So my question to you is, do you think he would have any fear towards Big Mom?
I do actually. I do think he would actually be.
My follow up to that would be
okay.
Because I feel like I know where you're gonna go, but I just want to say it before you get there. So then, how would he counter her soul ability? And like, let's say he can use his devil fruit, obviously, but if she uses her ability first, he can't use his devil fruit while he's making the decision. You know?
Yeah. No, I get you. Honestly, that's kind of hard to debate because it's almost like who can actually beat her ability. Like most top tiers can't if she's actually being serious. But I just go back to the fact that she's just not gonna be like doing the things that she should be doing in a fight 100% of the time. Like she's gonna leave herself open to attacks. Like she's gonna make herself vulnerable. And I think like one thing we got to give Blackbeard credit for is he sees the weaknesses in opponents. Like that's what he does. Like he's very, very smart. So I think if Blackbeard can read that, then he can find his way into beating Big Mom. And I do think that the Yami could find a way, not her projectile souls specifically, but more so if she's using the I think it's different if she sends in Hera like to fight. I don't think he can necessarily just nullify it completely because it's like out of her body. I don't know if that's how that works, but that's how I feel like it works. I don't know if someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Hera would still work even if he uses the Yami. But I don't think that other one that she used when she uses on Kid and Law, it's like that Susanoo looking ability that she had. I forgot what it's called. I think the Yami would neglect that. Like I do think the Yami would nullify that one, which I think is one of her top tier attacks.
Can I give some pushback on that though?
Yeah, me too. God,
I would say like for the AP, I definitely think that Blackbeard has like a decent AP, but I've also seen her box with Kaido like right before the big Oganeshima like fight, and there wasn't really any damage. I'm sure Kaido was putting out, conquerors to show like his growth from when he was just, I wouldn't say like a kid, but before he was established as a pirate when he was with Rocks. I also saw Blackbeard take significant damage from Law, and I understand that Big Mom did as well. But I just don't see. I mean, Big Mom is I would say more defensive than she is attack power wise, but her attack power is still pretty crazy. She's like a Blastoise.
What's Blackbeard gonna do from that?
Yeah, and also like
attack?
she doesn't fight everybody the same. Like, and she was treating Law and Kid like they were kids the whole time, and like Luffy too. She was just treating them like they were little kids. She wasn't taking the fight seriously, and yes, that still counts. It counts. It shows it's feats of hers. It's things she did, but still, so she does not fight everybody the same, and I don't think she would fight Blackbeard the same way she was fighting Kid and Law.
Here's the thing, though, is I actually think Big Mom would beat Blackbeard, but my whole argument is I just don't think that Big Mom would take this serious enough. Like, what makes you think that she's gonna look at Blackbeard any different from Law and Kid? She's just gonna call him a child.
That's why I brought up the Rayleigh
character.
thing. That's why I brought up the Rayleigh thing.
Like, to Big Mom, he's just another worst generation. Like, Big Mom is just like that. She doesn't really give a shit. She thinks she's stronger than she doesn't really care. She thinks she's stronger than everyone else. So I don't know. I just don't. I just feel like she would look at Blackbeard as a kid for her, and Law and Kid. Everyone here thinks that Kid is very like the lowest of mid tier, right, or the highest of mid tier, lowest top tier, or high tier.
Conquerors.
Yeah, lowest conquerors for sure. But he was landing hits on Big Mom too. So like, I don't know. I don't see an avenue.
Point, since you did just bring up Kid, Big Mom's power, right? The soul ability. Kid and Law were able to neglect that. Kid is the lowest tier of conquerors, and even he showed that with his willpower, he wasn't scared of Big Mom. But we're still questioning whether or not Blackbeard would fear her. And like you just said, he treats her, or she treats all of them like kids. She would see him and just instantly, or the same way Law and Kid, you guys are nothing to me. Let me steal your life. But I don't think Blackbeard's gonna have that inner monologue that Kid and Law had. Like, why would I be afraid of you when I'm gonna be 10 times stronger?
Yeah, fair enough.
And then what does Blackbeard do against the range attacks that Big Mom has with Prometheus and Hera?
I guess pray the Gura does something.
And if they hit on both sides or opposite sides,
then yeah, he's cooked. But that's my point.
Blackbeard would have to awaken both of his fruits.
That's your time, guys. Sky, are you switching to Big Mom?
Come on, bro.
No, I'm not.
Okay. All right. I got to get another group in here, but I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for your patience.
Hey, thanks,
giving your takes. Yeah,
hey, sorry, Larry, by the way. Sorry.
Appreciate y'all.
See you guys.
Later. Thanks, guys.
All right. Good to hear from Sky, though.
Yeah.
All right. 1 second. I think we did get another 2 super chats. We got 10 from TK Tite. TK, you left yesterday before we were able to get you in for your call, bro. You was next up, man. You dipped. It says, do y'all, Larry, think the Yonko or Admirals can resist the Yami with just their haki? If so, then I believe the Yami becomes useless because that's the whole gimmick of it. So Gura is a devil fruit for Yonkos.
So I do think that their haki would basically negate the Yami's powers. And so if I was to use an example to help understand it better, if Doflamingo, who has Conqueror's haki, was to verse somebody like Katakuri, who also has Conqueror's haki, and they both did their awakenings with their devil fruits, in my opinion, it goes to the person who has a stronger Conqueror's haki infused into that awakening, right? So it just proves that if you have the stronger haki, the other person can't really do much. Now, if I was to say some of the strongest people with the strongest wills in the show have these crazy hakis to the point where even Law can't shambles them when they're not paying attention to him, then I have to assume when they are paying attention, and their haki is emitting forcefully and deliberately. I don't think Blackbeard, who doesn't have Conqueror's haki and can't infuse that into his Devil Fruit, is going to be able to bring them towards him, or, Sebastian says black hole them, or do black, liberation and stuff like that. I just don't think it's possible for him. Now, would it be possible for him if he did have Conqueror's haki? Absolutely. But he would need Conqueror's haki on the same level as them. So if you're not confident that Blackbeard has the same Conqueror's haki as them, then you can't say the Yami would work on them. It would work to a degree, but it's not going to work in the way that we think it would work. He would have to utilize it in a very weird way, right? Like, if Law can't shambles that Yonko, he has to use Gamma Knife. He has to use Kroom. Blackbeard would have to tap into levels of the Yami we have yet to see, and we don't even know if that exists yet. So,
okay.
Sorry, Seb.
No, stop apologizing. Listen, the point of the DDTs and the Gauntlet specifically was to have matchups that could be debated every single round, right? Maybe I have to work on that for Blackbeard a little bit, but I didn't want him to be able to clear round one without issue. That was the point.
Right. No, I get it.
Another 2 from Project Iceman. I feel like Blackbeard versus Big Mom is a toss-up, 50-50 odds. That's kind of what my thought process was to create it. Another 2 from Inferno Knight. Seb, you should have made it 5 admirals. That'd be interesting. Another 10 from Shadow. It says, what's the point of these abilities if you don't use them when you're getting pressed and outmaneuvered? If this is in character, Big Mom isn't going to use advanced Conqueror's haki you talking about, since she didn't versus Kid and Law. It is in character, but she did showcase the ability to use those abilities, so you can argue that she can and utilize them in a fight. In the Kid and Law situation, she was being jumped. She's not being jumped by Blackbeard, right? I think it was a unique Devil Fruits that were being used on her. She's fighting multiple people at once. A lot of people underestimate Kid and Law's ability and how strong they are. She was actively, but that was something I was going to talk about earlier. I know you heard it too, Larry, about whether Big Mom would look at Blackbeard as somebody worthy of her, or if she would look at him as the same as Law and Kid. I think the fact that he's been a Yonko for a while, and she showed some respect for Marco, at least some monicum. She showed more respect for Marco than she did for Kid and Law, and like Blackbeard beat Marco and the rest of the remnants, right? So I don't think she would look at Blackbeard in the same light that she looked at Kid and Law. I was going to say that earlier, but it was their time to deliberate. So I don't think so.
Yeah, that Yonko title means something.
Yeah.
I think if it would probably be better if she didn't view him on the same level as her.
Right.
Because if that does happen, now it's
all out.
Hey, I'm going to go all out against you, and that's really hard to deal with. Because we even debate now if Luffy could even beat Kaido if he was truly going all out from rip, even at the end of the fight. Look, at the end of the day, we might not say what's what, but if I am to go off of Big Mom and Kaido's character and how similar in strength that they are, before they decided to fight on Onigashima for the night that they were fighting for, while they were fighting, Kaido was like, yo, if I told you came to Wano at any point, I was going to kill you. And you're here. And Big Mom replies, what makes you think that I would be able to be killed? And then they fight, and apparently it was so even that they had barely any damage on them at all. So it just, again, we don't know how far in strength they were going to, right? We don't know if Kaido did Flame Dragon Torch against her and she didn't do Mother Misery or whatever others. But I could tell you for sure, that fight definitely involved haki to an extreme extent. You know?
For sure. My bad. Trying to set something up over here. All right. I think that was the last super chat. So let's get another group in here. It looks like we have enough to make 2 more groups. So that's what's up. Kawhi said he's good now. He was trying to figure out his mic. So let's get Kawhi in here. Let's get King Peasant in here. Let's get Seropolis in here. Let's get Trey Bruz. and 2 basic. All right, that's our 5. Hello, gentlemen, and potentially ladies.
What up, Seb?
As you guys know, we are determining how far Blackbeard will make it on the Yonko Gauntlet. Round 1 is Big Mom. Round 2 is Luffy. Round 3 is Kaido. Round 4 is Shanks. And round 5 is Prime Whitebeard. He will be given full recovery after every round that he gets to. And it's up to y'all to determine where he lands. You'll each have 1 minute to say how far you think Blackbeard can get. Wherever you say he stops at, that's the person he cannot defeat. So if you say he stops at Big Mom, that means he loses round 1. If you say he stops at Luffy, it means he loses in round 2. All right? So 1 minute. We'll start with 2 basic. Basic, you there? Or we might have lost basic.
I can start if that's easier.
Sure. Seropolis, hit me.
All right. So I have him stopping round 3 at Kaido.
Okay.
So there's a couple things that we know about Blackbeard, and a lot of people kind of downplay his AP and what the Gura can do. And as far as Luffy and Big Mom, the Yami is a really bad matchup for them. I get that a lot of people kind of want to talk about how strong their hockey is, but for Big Mom, we know that in the biggest fights and most extreme diff fights of her entire life, she wasn't prioritizing using things like advanced conqueror's hockey. So to sit here and assume that she would suddenly start using it when the fight that cost her her life, she wasn't using it, is just hard to believe. It's not something she usually uses out of her bag. And the homies and all of her soul-based abilities kind of get really hard countered by the Yami, because he can essentially just negate all of her soul that she's putting into the homies. So Blackbeard's just a really poor matchup for her. And the Gura, I think, pretty clearly can do enough damage to at least wound Big Mom. And then as far as Luffy goes, Luffy, we saw Gear 4th Snake Man be basically incapable of doing anything to Kizaru, and he needed to go Gear 5. And while Gear 5 Luffy might be technically stronger than Blackbeard, we know that he still has that time limit that it puts him out of commission, and he always needs help to get out of that form. And if he gets put in that form, then Blackbeard simply wins right away. He can, negate the rubber properties. He has armament hockey. He can just one-shot Luffy when he gets out of Gear 5. And if Gear 4 Luffy gets essentially low diffed by Kizaru, I have no reason to believe Blackbeard wouldn't at least be on that level, given that he decimated Marco and all of the Whitebeard pirates and beat Law. And with all of that, I feel like Kaido would probably beat him about high diff, but Kaido is way more reliant on his hockey, uses it far better. We see him use Future Sight. We see him use Advanced Conqueror's hockey in relevant fights, which is something Big Mom doesn't do. And he doesn't have the time constraints of Luffy. So I have Kaido beating Blackbeard to end the gauntlet at round 3.
Okay. Appreciate the take. We will go to Trey.
Hello?
How's it going, man?
It's good. It's good.
All right, talk to me, man. Blackbeard, how far does he get on the gauntlet? Where does he stop?
Honestly, I got Blackbeard stopping at. Honestly, probably Luffy. I got Blackbeard stopping at Luffy. I think that he would get past Big Mom. I think that the Yami would pretty much, because people were bringing up the fear aspect of her devil fruit, but I really don't think that would be a problem for Blackbeard if he uses his Yami on her. So after negating basically her devil fruit, I think Blackbeard will take out Big Mom with the Gura. And I just think he would lose to Luffy. Even, I think the same Luffy we saw fight Kaido in his base form would definitely beat Blackbeard pretty bad. So, in my opinion, I would say he loses round 2 to Luffy.
Okay. Appreciate the take, Trey. All right, we will go to Peasant.
Hello?
How's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going? So looking at the list right now, I think he beats Whitebeard.
You think he?
Yeah, Prime Whitebeard, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's stated 2 years that he already mastered the devil fruit, which I'm sure Whitebeard has to. And I think that will give him the edge is his Yami Yami. Because the way he was fighting at Marineford, he was able to nullify some of those Whitebeard attacks. So him having both fruits, I think will give him the advantage.
Prime Whitebeard.
Prime Whitebeard, yep, that's right.
Okay.
Because if he can beat Prime Whitebeard to me, the other ones don't really matter. That's what I think.
Okay.
Because I mean, Shanks has PTSD from him. That's working against him.
Bro's not beating Shanks.
He got PTSD, man. You saw how Kaido looked whenever he saw.
We will have a round for rebuttals.
My bad. My bad.
All right. Kawhi. Thank you, King Peasant.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Honestly, I wish I went before Peasant because I think he clears as well, Blackbeard.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And my reasoning is like basically off of Shanks scaling because I think Shanks is like that. He's fought Loki, no permanent scars, pinned him down. He's had a run in with Kaido, and Kaido, nothing happened there. He didn't get to Marineford like he wanted to fight, so Shanks stopped Kaido. And I think Kaido beats, Luffy and Big Mom. And I even personally think Shanks is above Whitebeard, but I know that's a different discussion. But all we know is Blackbeard pre-Devil Fruit had a run-in with Shanks. Shanks has a permanent scar. Shanks has fought Mihawk, Loki, all these people, no permanent scars except for from Blackbeard. And then plus you add the Gura and like he has 2 cracked Devil Fruits. I think Blackbeard clears the gauntlet. I think he's hiding something. Oda hasn't shown everything that's in Blackbeard's bag. And yeah, that's my take.
Okay. Two votes for clearing. 2 votes for clearing. Blackbeard clears. Appreciate the take, Kawhi. We will go to Tobias. Did you ever get off mute? Were you ever able to do that? Too basic, sorry. Not Tobias. I don't think we do. All right. I'm going to open it up for y'all to deliberate. Y'all got 5 minutes to talk. Oh, yeah, 5 minutes. If y'all want
Can I please go first?
Rebuttal, counter, go ahead, y'all. Have at it.
Okay. So about the Shanks thing. I actually do agree. Like, I think there's a decent chance Shanks is above Whitebeard because I have Shanks above Roger. Just kind of based off the current gen surpassing the old, but that's debatable. But what we need to understand is that, like, when Blackbeard hurt Shanks, that wasn't like, and when Shanks beat Loki, like, we don't really know what happened. What Shanks is doing going up to Whitebeard and when he's warning Whitebeard and Ace about Blackbeard, it's about things like his cunning and what he's willing to do. And this is a way younger, less experienced, less refined Shanks. We have no context for what Blackbeard did to Scar Shanks. We know he did it, but how that happened, or even how Shanks beat Loki, is so subject to opinion, and we have no way to elaborate on what happened. We don't even know if Shanks had Conqueror's Haki, if he was on guard, if he even had Observation Haki when Blackbeard hit him. He probably did, but we don't know that. So I feel like the only real way to look at it is all right, what has Blackbeard done? And how do we go on, take what he's actually done and gone on from there? Do either of you have an issue with that line of reasoning for why he wouldn't clear?
I do, but I don't know if Peasant wants to go first.
Wait, what was that? Like, why he couldn't clear Shanks, right?
Well, what I'm saying is that, like, the Shanks scaling isn't a way to get Blackbeard above Shanks or Prime Whitebeard because we don't have any context for what happened. And we know that Blackbeard, after getting 2 Devil Fruits, was not ready to fight Akainu. He outright says he's not ready to fight Akainu. And if you think Akainu clears, we can have that discussion. But if you think that a no Devil Fruit Blackbeard,
he just undersells himself. Like, he's every single opponent Blackbeard's fought, he's kind of act wimpy and scared, but then winds up winning. I think
he always has that smile at the end.
He's always underselling himself.
So
and even I
This,
know
this
I
guy's
get
like
it
a
was early
philosopher, not what researcher.
But every opponent he's fought has been way weaker than Prime Whitebeard, especially hockey.
Yeah, I
So be
understand.
scared of Prime Blackbeard then,
Well,
because he's hiding something in that case. Then.
also context matters here. Like he was running from a lot of people pre-time skip. Like we see him get, essentially slammed by Magellan with his entire crew. Then he gets both Devil Fruits, rolls up to Marineford, and he, challenges the Whitebeard pirate remnants. He beats Marco. He does all of these crazy things. Like he's challenging, Sengoku and all of these people. And then Akainu rolls up, just him, and Blackbeard has his entire crew. And it's the only time Blackbeard outright goes like, I'm not ready for this. There's times where he like looks worried and, he kind of implies that the fight might be tough, but he's never like, I can't win this. Akainu's the only time since he's had both Devil Fruits where he was like, I can't beat this guy. That's what he says.
I don't know. I just think the narrative implies otherwise, and even the fact
Maybe at the time he had a different agenda.
And I don't think he would allow Aokiji to be on his crew if he didn't have a way of defeating him.
But keep in mind that's a different point, because what you were using was him scarring Shanks 2 years ago. So
Well,
using
I was really referencing the Akainu argument because I think Aokiji and Akainu are kind of relative, even though Akainu won. But I think narrative, I think Blackbeard would defeat Aokiji and therefore Akainu. So I know he was like fake scared, but I don't consider that. I think it's just a part of the plot. Something Oda's hiding with him.
I guess my point is that like it's fine saying that you have Blackbeard above Akainu or Shanks now. That's completely fine. But
Just to not to interrupt, I'm willing to accept if like he stops at Shanks, because I think Shanks is at the top. It could go either way in my opinion, but like the rest of them I think he clears for sure. I think it could go either way with Shanks. It's just
I mean, that's fair. My main issue was that like you were using the logic of Blackbeard beat Shanks. Shanks was worried. That was a Blackbeard with no Devil Fruit. And then we see Blackbeard with 2 Devil Fruits run from Akainu.
Yeah, I think it's just I don't know the plot. I don't know how to explain it. Like the same way I think like when Whitebeard and them was at God Valley, Whitebeard, Big Mom, and all them were running from Garp. I don't think they would have just lost to Garp. I think there might have been other narrative implications going on.
But that's different.
Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Sorry.
Hello?
I gotta pause, y'all. Basic, you there?
Oh, we out here. Yeah, I don't know what happened right there, but I'm gonna get my take real fast, and y'all can go back to the rebuttals.
Yeah.
First off, I did have one thing to say real quick. Tobias is crazy, Seb. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I read it wrong.
But you got it right, so we good. We good. We good. We good. Don't even worry about it, bro. We good. We good. You can just call me Basic, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I done heard some wild stuff come out of people's mouths, but I don't think he getting past Big Mom, and I'm just gonna keep it on. I heard a lot of hypotheticals.
Crazy
about what he can do, what he will do. I'm gonna heard Yami and Gora's in both hands. Like, never seen him do that before, so we all just speculating. But if we're gonna speculate, we gotta speculate on both sides, correct? So we could speculate that she's gonna use Conqueror's Hockey to negate some of these things, correct? And then we're comparing him to Whitebeard. That's getting crazy.
That is crazy,
right?
yeah.
Right. So like, when he's using Gora against Roger, I don't think he's using Conqueror's Hockey because Roger's just going to use Conqueror's Hockey to negate his Devil Fruit.
That's not
Am
how
I
it
tripping?
works. Yes.
Am I tripping?
Yes. Kinda.
So he wouldn't have to. He wouldn't have to use Conqueror's Hockey to combat the fact that Roger's using Conqueror's Hockey versus his Gora.
I think narrative
it doesn't negate it.
Blackbeard will have Conquerors. I think that's also. I just think Blackbeard's very undersold. And even I don't think no one on this list other than Blackbeard could scar Shanks, even if we're factoring in 20 years ago, however long.
You're making that statement, but you don't know what happened that day. I completely understand where you're coming from. But now you're speculating on whether or not they was boxing or not, and then he got scarred.
But
how do you know something just didn't happen? He gets scarred and this, that, and the
I'm
third.
using Shanks's words. He said he wasn't holding back when he was talking to Whitebeard and warning Whitebeard about Ace going after him. He said, I wasn't holding back when I got this scar. I didn't get this from Mihawk. I didn't get this from anyone you're thinking of. It was Teach, someone from your crew. And he warned, and everyone knows where Blackbeard stay, Pirate Island. And Shanks got beef with Blackbeard. Why he not going to Pirate Island?
Well, so why is he running from other people if he can go one-on-one against Shanks? Let me
It's
ask
a
you that
part. He
question.
does it every time he fights. It's a known thing in the narrative. Every
Why?
time he
Why?
fights, he
That's
gets
not an
scared.
answer to my question. Why?
But he wins. It's because it's a part of
But
it. He's
why?
hiding something. He's hiding something. It's his personality. Why was he scared of Ace when he beat him? Why was he scared of Luffy when he could have won? Why was he acting? I feel like Magellan, he would have beat Magellan or something, and he was. I just think he's an actor. He's a
He got
badass.
one shot just because he wanted to.
I'm just saying.
Like, come on, gang. Like, let's be for real, bro.
It's a
Let's be
repetitive
for
thing.
real.
This is our final villain for real. Competing for final
hey,
villain.
that's your thoughts. If we want to live off of speculation until it comes to
Magellan beat
fruition, bro,
Luffy.
that is what it is. But I'm not seeing it right now.
Okay.
And that's just me.
Y'all, that's y'all time. Did anybody want to switch their vote? I know we got we got two clears, one Kaido. Okay, what was your vote?
Mine was he stops at Luffy.
Okay, where are you stopping now?
Big Mom.
Big Mom? Okay.
Yeah.
Good looks, bro. Good looks, bro.
Yeah.
Really doing God's work out here.
These arguments are ridiculous.
Okay.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, y'all too.
Have a good
I'll
one,
be
bro.
around.
All right, have a good one.
All right. Look at Toby in here. Toby, what's up, bruh?
What's up, bro?
You late,
Hey.
man. You late.
What's up, Toby?
I need an extra hour of sleep, bro. But I'm ready now.
Twilight doing your job for you, man.
Yo, Twilight is he's goated, bro. He goated for a reason. That's
I might
all
have to start
for a reason.
rethinking management up here, man. You know?
Yo, bro. Hey, I'm not Jalen Brown. I don't mind being number 2. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind number 2.
Wait, stop real quick. Where'd that rank? What was the consensus ended at on that one?
Technically, so we got 2 clears, 1 Kaido, and 1 Big Mom. So I think that consensus is out to round 3 to round 3. Because that would be 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1. Divide that by 5, and you get the mean, which is just 3, I think. I could be wrong on my math there, but I'm pretty sure it's just 3. Yeah, that would just be 3.
Stop it. So stop it, Kaido.
Yeah,
But I'm looking at the scorecard, but I don't know how it works, so I'm a little confused.
Well, right now it's got. Yeah. It'll be an end of the thing where it'll be tallied up who they stopped at, who he got stopped at the most would be the main consensus for who wins in the community.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, did Larry give a speech about Big Mom or something before this started? Because I seen a little bit of Big Mom love, and that's a little rare.
Me and Larry
You know?
haven't given our takes yet, man. And low key, the Nick game
that's-
on already, so we gotta wrap it up.
He gave his take. Oh, it's over.
We
If he
gotta
ain't gave his take,
wrap it up. So, who we got left in here? Us, Dr. X. Let's get Homie Hub. Let's get Liquid Beans. And I think that's everyone that we hasn't gone yet. So, unless I'm missing somebody, Twilight, talk to me. I think that's everybody who hasn't gone, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because we got. Yeah, no, that's everyone. Everyone else is gone.
All right, let's get it, man. Last round. So we'll start. Obviously, guys, you each get 1 minute to discuss where you think Blackbeard stops on the Yonko Gauntlet. Round 1 is Big Mom. Round 2 is Luffy. Round 3 is Kaido. Round 4 is Shanks. And round 5 is Prime Whitebeard. Getting to Prime Whitebeard be him. Well, not. Let me know if you think he clears. So essentially,
You want 2 of us, real quick, Seb? Do you want 2 of us to equal out the?
yeah, it'll be up to y'all. Yeah. So,
Well, you and Larry are the host, so I feel like it should be on y'all.
me and Larry will close
First
us out. So, we'll start with Liquid Beans. You get 1 minute each to discuss, and then you'll have a 5-minute deliberation period. So, Liquid, talk to me. How far does Blackbeard get?
Hello. To be honest with you, I think he makes it to round 3, and then goes probably like high, maybe mid diff with Kaido. I think people severely misunderstand what happened on the island with Rayleigh and sort of how much that upscales Blackbeard, because I saw y'all have an argument on the show about it. And to me, my initial reaction to that scene and what I think now is that it's pure Blackbeard upscale, just like from the idea that he was in enemy territory. His allies were frozen by Boa, and he was in a position where he had Boa on his hand, he had Kobe staring at him, and then Rayleigh pulls up and he starts flexing extreme hockey. And I feel like the threat was less, oh, I have to fight Rayleigh now. It like obviously that was the main portion of the threat, but it was also like I'm surrounded. Like everybody, like if he had to fight Rayleigh in that moment, it's not just him versus Rayleigh. It's him versus Rayleigh. Him versus maybe Boa if she like escapes from his Yami in some way if Rayleigh saves him. So I don't know. I feel like that scales him pretty high. I feel like obviously Gabon I think would be stronger right now just from the feats that I've seen and from like where the story's at and the narrative. But in general, I think that they wouldn't be like worlds apart. I think that they would have to be at least somewhere near each other, especially because I mean we saw him scrap with Kizaru for a little bit, so it's there's stuff there. But I think that puts him comfortably above Big Mom. I don't know about Luffy. That's extreme diff either way, but I'm just gonna give it to him because he's my boy and I love Blackbeard. And then I think Kaido just stops him. I think Kaido is a terrible matchup for him. So that's just my thoughts.
All right, thank you, Liquid. We'll go to Homie Hub.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me see if I can make some addition. All right. I feel like Jinbei got past Big Mom's Big Fruit, so I asked myself, would Blackbeard be able to get past Big Mom's Devil Fruit? Jinbei did it. I'll give it to Blackbeard, so I'll give him round 1. But now when it comes to round 2, I feel like with the introduction of Emu knows something about Luffy and Loki that we don't know at the moment, right? It's something about him that he knows that we don't. Now, would I be able to say, does Blackbeard have that? No, I don't think so. But if we're just talking about a straight up 1v1, I don't think he's getting past Luffy. At the moment, I feel like Luffy is just has too many hacks at the moment. And if he was to get past Luffy, there's no way he's beating Kaido. So yeah, I think he stops at round 2. I would probably say mid diff. I think Luffy mid diff some, honestly. But yeah, he stops at round 2. I just want to make Seb mad, man. I just want to make Seb mad.
I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. Appreciate the take, homie.
No problem. No.
We move to ER Doctor.
Hey, what up, guys? This is Xavier O'Dilly from the chat.
Oh, what's going on, man?
I appreciate y'all.
Are you actually an ER doctor, bro, in real life?
Yes, I am.
Appreciate your work, man. A lot of people going through a
Hey,
lot.
appreciate y'all. I've been listening to everybody. Appreciate everyone's takes. Really, man, I don't see how he handles Big Mom at all. If you're gonna believe somebody about what they think about Blackbeard, you should believe what he thinks of himself. He sees Rayleigh. He knows his power. He trusts. I mean, he knows what he can and can't do. He backs down. Luffy's been in enemy territory, back against the wall, surrounded on all sides. Luffy doesn't back down. Blackbeard backs down. He's got his crew. He sees a Kainu coming. He backs down. So I don't know if he doesn't think he has the power to take down those two. I don't see how he has the power to take down Big Mom. So that's where it stops.
Okay. All right. Twilight.
For me, yeah, nothing. I gotta say, I think he stops it. Personally, I think he stops at Luffy also. Because Luffy's hockey and Gear 5 in itself is just also, I feel like, a poor matchup because I've said for a while now that I feel like he'll be able to just straight like Looney Tunes, Blackbeard's Yami, like pulling the hole, just turning him into black circles and using him against him. But I can also concede to him stopping at Kaido just for the simple fact that Luffy's biggest issue is going to ultimately be his duration. If Blackbeard can last long enough to fight against Luffy's Gear 5, I feel like there's an avenue for him to beat Luffy, but yeah. So I got him personally stopping at Luffy, but I can concede to him getting stopped at Kaido.
Okay, I'll put it at Luffy for now. I guess we'll see if anybody can convince you otherwise. Toby.
You already know my answer, but I'm gonna say it for the people. I think it should be Big Mom because I feel like in my head, Big Mom should have been way more capable of doing what she showed. But if I'm gonna be fair, I'm gonna just go off what actually happened and who I know she is for a fact, which is unfortunately what Oda gave us. So I'm gonna go with Luffy. I don't think he beats Luffy. I've just seen so much more from Luffy. Kind of what I can't remember who said it because I wasn't looking at the screen, but Blackbeard doesn't even believe in himself half the time. Luffy, he be having his back against the wall, and that matters in fights. I've heard people say, "Yo, such and such has conquers," so maybe he's more resilient than other characters. Luffy, with his back against the wall, we've seen how he acts. So I think he's stronger, and I think he's more resilient. So I'm gonna go with Luffy. He stops at Luffy.
Okay. Appreciate the take, Toby. Larry.
I got it at Big Mom, Big Bro. I mean, there's been so much said, and I can't wait to hear Sebastian talk about people who think Blackbeard surpasses Prime Whitebeard. That's very interesting. And even gets the Shanks, but it's hockey, man. We're at that level of One Piece in strength where hockey can suppress or negate devil fruits. That's just what it is at the end of the game. A lot of people speak on like how devil fruits have this massive amount of power output, and I would say that is very true. It's 100% true. That's why devil fruits matter. So when I see Kizaru kick his leg and then take down a Sabaody archipelago tree, that's because his devil fruit allows him to. And that attack power is extreme. But then I know as soon as somebody has armament hockey, such as like Smoker, they could punch that same person in the face. I seen Sanji, who doesn't have Conqueror's hockey or the advanced forms of armament hockey, but he's also able to kick that same laser that could cause such destruction. So when I sit here and I think to myself, oh, devil fruits do matter, but they kind of don't matter when it comes to hockey. They only matter when the devil fruit user has the same amount of hockey as the other person, because then they cancel out and then the devil fruit once again comes into play. And I think that matters. And I think not enough people pay attention to that fact, and they kind of dissolve the reason as to why Kaido said Roger made the world all to its knee through hockey alone. He knew that. The strongest people in the show have been shown to have Conqueror's hockey and above. I can't say that about Blackbeard, man. I can't say if you're dependent on devil fruits that you're going to be able to just magically surpass the top tiers of the verse, because he'd be the first person to not have Conqueror's hockey and the advanced forms of any of the other hockeys, and to be able to compete with them with just devil fruits. That doesn't make sense. Because even we're seeing with Emu. Emu probably has a very strong devil fruit, if not one of the best, second to Nika. And guess what he's using? Some of the highest forms of hockey. So regardless of what any Marco statement says, regardless of what any Rayleigh statement says, I look at the pattern. I look at what I've been shown and been told. And unfortunately, I would love for Blackbeard to have some of the achievements that Luffy has. But he doesn't. I can't depend on the off-screen. I saw him struggle with Law. I saw him run away from Shanks after he said, "Hey, I am the strongest person in the world and no one can stop me at the war." And he walked away because he said, "I wasn't ready enough for Shanks." I mean, it's point blank. Blackbeard tells you himself he's not that guy just yet. And I always say just yet because I do hope that he becomes that guy. So Big Mom is where he's stopping. As for the difficulty, it's going to be at least high, I would say. But I'm even skeptical to say that because if Big Mom takes him seriously, the hockey is coming out. And he can't defeat her. Even if he pulls her in with the Yami and punches her with the Gura, she has an iron balloon body, bro. Even if it acts like Rio, like she gets pulled in, Blackbeard goes for the Gura. What do you think she's going to do? She's going to advance Conqueror's hockey, punch him in his face. So when he brings her in, he better hope she doesn't swing back. I mean, that's just it, man. That's for me. So I gotta go Big Mom.
Okay. Appreciate the take, Larry. I guess it's on me. I do want to wrap soon so that I can get this next game. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Where I think Blackbeard lands here, it's tough. It's tough. I think there's a valid argument for him landing at any one of these spots, except for maybe the last one. Obviously, if you scale with the narrative, you're going to have Blackbeard higher than most people do. If you scale with mostly feats, you'll have him lower. I try to do a little bit of both for the most part. And then I try to troll a little bit because I like to have fun. So, where I think Blackbeard actually lands on this list, I would say round 3. I think he gets to Kaido. I think he's able to squeak out a victory against Big Mom. I think Luffy isn't the matchup for him that some people make him out to be. Luffy's fatigue, Blackbeard's durability, the counters he'll have to his Nika ability and Gear 4 and things like that. He might struggle with Luffy's speed a decent amount. And obviously in the pocket when Luffy lands extremely strong attacks. But I don't think anyone's knocked Blackbeard out yet. Right? Technically. And that's, people might knock his resume, but he's dealt with some heavy hitters. He hasn't been put just yet. People made that claim for Big Mom. I can accept that. But any means of victory counts as a victory in the DDT, including ring outs, including trapping, including sicking somebody into something. As for whether Blackbeard's Yami abilities would work on Big Mom, whether he'd be scared enough of her for her soul-taking abilities to work on him, interesting conversation. I don't think he'd be scared personally. How the Gura would interact with Big Mom's iron balloon defenses, I think it'll be effective. But obviously, I'm the Gura guy. I don't know if Blackbeard's a conqueror. I don't know if it takes a conqueror to beat a conqueror. All these people on this list are conquerors, and he may not be. So that is a reason why he might not be able to get past Big Mom. But Big Mom's versatility is lacking when she's not, how do I say this? Using her abilities to the best of her ability, which we didn't see her do. I don't scale Big Mom as high as most people do. Or I guess I scale her the same way that most people do. I don't know. I think Blackbeard will be able to squeak out a victory against her. I think he'll have an easier time against Luffy, actually. Not even joking. Even if I think that Luffy's stronger than Big Mom. Matchup-wise, anyway. And then Kaido. I think that's a little too much for him. I'm not going to lie. Now, I did want to present, it was something I was going to save. I mentioned it, I let it slip earlier. I did want to present a fair and reasonable speculation take about Blackbeard in this matchup. Blackbeard is the only person who could eat multiple Devil Fruits. And the first couple of matchups in this matchup are people with Devil Fruits. So, if Blackbeard can somehow steal Big Mom's fruit after winning that fight, and then go on to steal Luffy's Devil Fruit after winning that fight, I do think he clears Kaido. And I do think he clears Shanks. And I do think he clears prime Whitebeard. But I don't know how fair and reasonable that speculation is, so I won't go there. That's the only chance he has at clearing. I didn't want to leave an avenue for the clear. I'll try to leave an avenue for the clear for all the DDT matchups that we have. I will say, I'm not mad at people picking Big Mom over Blackbeard. I think it's fair. I do. She has all the showings that tells you that she could win a fight against him. I don't personally believe that, but it's there. The argument's there, which is why she was first in the round, for the first round. So I'm not mad. I know people were thinking I would be mad. I'm not mad, bro. It's all right. Blackbeard will show us eventually where he should land here, which is probably Shanks. But it'll take some time for us to get there. So, yeah, that's really it. That's my take. I think I'm going Kaido. I got to put the number up there. I'm going Kaido for my actual take. But the chance to clear does exist if he can add some Devil Fruits to him along the bracket here. Guys, I'm not... Yeah.
One question before you go.
Yeah.
Akainu took 2 Goro shots. Where does Kainu's durability compare to Big Mom's for you?
I don't know. People say that he took 2 Guro shots. He did. The difference is he got snuck for one of those shots, man. Got super snuck. I don't like the 2 shot. If Big Mom out here getting caught completely lacking, like Akainu was, she gonna be in some damage, man. She gonna be hurt. She probably won't, but I don't like the notion that he got 2-shotted. Continue fighting
so
later 5-10 minutes later, he was still fighting.
Right. So I'm not asking in terms of how many shots Akainu took, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we know he took 2 shots,
Mm-hmm.
and he was still able to get back up and fight the entirety of the Whitebeard Pirates without Whitebeard attached. So my question again is, where's his durability in comparison to Big Mom? Do you think there's a small gap? Do you think there's a big gap, a medium gap?
I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. Akainu fought for 10 days. That's endurance plus durability. He was able to get up from those shots from Whitebeard with the Gura Gura. He was able to fight basically the entire Whitebeard Pirates at the same time, minus Whitebeard, minus Haste, minus Thatch. I mean, he had help there. I don't know. Big Mom, durability is like that. Some specialized attacks from Kid and Law started to damage her body where it started to wither away. She had to use her homies to recoup. She has the Iron Balloon skin defenses on a basis without actually having to clad herself with hockey at any point. I don't know. I'd say Big Mom's probably a little more durable.
Well, there you have it, guys. Big Mom is just a little more durable than Akainu.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Guys, I'm not going to open it up for deliberation because I do got to run. But I did appreciate y'all being here with us. I'm going to close out with some super chats, but I'm going to drop Doc, Beans, and Homie Hub. Appreciate y'all. Thank you for your patience.
Appreciate you, man. Enjoy the game.
No problem. I don't even know why you tripping, man. The Knicks just blew them out. You ain't even got to watch the game, Seb.
That's not how it works.
It's gonna be different this time.
We love you, Seb.
That's not how Knicks fandom
and we
works.
love you, Larry.
That's not how it works with the Knicks, man. We can lose anything. Right. First, Gauntlet DDT. Toby, you showed up late, but I'm glad you're here, bro. I'm gonna read these super chats and then we're gonna close out. But I had a lot of fun. I know y'all did. My guy Blackbeard didn't make it too far in the Gauntlet. It looks like if we were to average all this out, round 1 averaged out to Luffy, round 2 averaged out to Kaido, round 3 averaged out to Big Mom, round 4 averaged out to Big Mom, round 5 averaged out to Kaido with 2 clears, which I wasn't expecting. And then round. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, round 5 and averaged out to Kaido with 2 clears. I wasn't expecting that. And then round 6 looks like it averages out to Luffy again. So one Luffy, somewhere between Luffy and Big Mom, because they're tied. I think it's 3-3. So,
well, I think Big Mom won if you count
the number of overall votes, Big Mom is the win. 1, 2.
No, I was gonna say in the chat vote.
Oh yeah, I forgot I did that. Yeah, she won overwhelmingly. 45% out of 386 votes. So Blackbeard still got some work to do with the community's perspective of him. Hopefully that work comes.
Your man's went from Vox convos to Big Mom convos, bro.
Hey man, I'm willing to have. You know what? Never mind, Toby. We can do that.
Yeah, don't do it, bro. It's gonna be a repeat of Monday.
Oh man, but that was fun. Guys, tune in for our next DDT. I don't know exactly when it's going to be. I have some travel the next few weeks, actually. So it's probably going to be towards the end of May. Typically, DDTs are going to be an every other week situation. But like I said, this was a lot of fun. Gauntlets are here. I think I like the incorporation of the round robin and the deliberation rounds. So thank you, Larry, for bringing that up, putting it on my radar and something we should do. And again, we wanted to bring that back in honor of Shin because he used to love rebuttaling and debating people. So shout out to our boy. Like the stream if you guys haven't already. We're going to close out with some super chats, but we really appreciate y'all being here. We got 2 from N Beaks. It says Blackbeard Glaze has reached new heights. Not according to this DDT. You ain't gonna make it past round 1 for most people. Another 5 from TK Shiki versus Shanks versus Blackbeard, I think. Is like Sukuna versus Gojo. Blackbeard is crew gonna try and do a jump fest on Shanks. It's not gonna be ones. If you think otherwise, you tweaking. Yeah, it's very possible Blackbeard jumps Shanks. It's kind of in his MO. Another 5 from TK. This Blackbeard is faking to be scared take is garbage. Nobody in One Piece fakes to be scared. If you believe he faking, you gotta believe Buggy as well. Yeah, I don't know about the Blackbeard faking scared thing. That don't work for me. He's just a scaredy cat. All right, he be shook. Another 5 from Inferno Knight. Can Blackbeard clear this gauntlet? No confirmed conquerors. Crocodile, Ben Beckman, Mihawk, Akainu, Dragon. Larry, where do you think he stops there?
Oh my god. Stop being mean, guys.
Larry, where do you think he stops?
Where does he stop? Is this real?
Yeah, I'm asking you. Where's the gauntlet? Where does he stop? Crocodile, Ben, Mihawk, Akainu, Dragon. I think the conversation starts with Mihawk for me.
I think it's unfair to add Ben when we know absolutely nothing about him. Like, that's so unfair. So he stops at Mihawk for sure.
I think those first 2 rounds are too easy. It's a conversation whether he could beat Mihawk or not. And then it's Akainu, Dragon. I mean, we don't know. It's kind of all where you scale each of those people individually. And then 5 TK, it says, Seb, what Blackbeard doing for Bajrang Gun? And please don't say Gura, because he was clashing with Law Hockey, and Luffy Hockey is way stronger than Law's. Okay, so technically, yes, he can use the Gura. He can also use the Yami to negate Bajrang Gun from ever happening at all. He can. Right, that's all the super chats. Appreciate y'all. I'm gonna jump to this Knicks game. Hopefully they win. Wish me luck. And appreciate all you guys. I will see y'all in a couple of weeks because I'm gonna be gone for call-in streams next week too. I guess I'll see you guys on the pod on Monday. Larry, are you streaming for slime reaction or no?
No, I don't stream it. I did do the reaction. It's posted on my personal channel. So if you guys want to go take a look at that, you're more than welcome. It's posted. It's episode 6.
Awesome. Yeah.
Definitely good.
Tune into Larry's slime reaction for episode 6. It seems like it's a good time. Guys, if you want to participate in these types of streams, become a tiered member on the Discord. But that's it from us, guys. Have a good one. TOPT out.
Later, guys.